we are controlling transmission. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
Skeeters Baseball.
Deep to left field, going back to the track, to the wall, and he got it all.
After missing the playoffs last year, the Skeeters look to get back to their winning ways as they strive to win it all again this season.
Holy cow!
Follow the Skeeters all season long as they drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship.
I don't believe what I just saw!
The Skeeters' new skipper, Pete Incaviglia, and his boys are primed to win it all as they look to claim the second title in franchise history.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
This is a live presentation of Sugarland Skeeters Baseball. Skeeters Baseball begins now.
And look who's coming up.
So let's go to the broadcast booth with the voice of the Sugarland Skeeters, Ira Liebman.
Welcome to Sugarland, Texas. We're live at Constellation Field, home of your Sugarland Skeeters, where tonight the Sugarland Skeeters will look for a 3-game sweep of the Blue Crabs here in Game 3 of a 3-game series. The Skeeters come with the best record in the Atlantic League at 73-36. They are 32-14 overall. The Freedom Division first half champs are now 7 games in front in the second half of the Barnstormers, who were 24-20. Southern Maryland 42-66 overall. They are 16-29 in the second half, and they are in last place in the Freedom Division, 15.5 games behind the front-running Skeeters. Sugarland will send out their ace Dallas Bealers, 7-1 with a 2.14 ERA. The former big league right-hander will face another former big league right-hander and former Skeeter, Brett Marshall, who's 4-8 with a 4.83 ERA. Today is game number 110, home game number 63. Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, joined again by Ryan Postner, Kyle Van Hook later on. But Ryan, last night the Skeeters win 4-3. It was really a game that looked like they were going to cruise to a 4-1 win. Going to get very tricky there in the ninth with Paulino.
Yeah, it's not often that you go into a game with a 3-run lead with Felipe Paulino coming in and end up being a 1-run game by the time it ends. But we talked about it at the postgame show. Not a lot Felipe could have really done. There was some poor defense behind him. A wild pitch. He cut one loose there. But, yeah, it kind of made it interesting there toward the end, didn't it?
Yep, got his 30th save, though, and becomes the second player ever in Skeeters history to get 30, and now just a couple saves away from breaking his teammate's Derek Loop's record. He's back to watch it be broken.
Yeah, and I mean, he has saves in 3 straight nights now, so he really kind of put himself in a good spot to end up breaking that record now with 2 weeks and change left in the season. But also, I think we mentioned it too, Derek Loop did have 4 saves in the postseason too.
Also true.
Also, Felipe is going to get a chance to get some saves in the postseason as well. But yeah, that last night was a little bit of a roller coaster, but that's a very big accomplishment for the former starter turn reliever.
Also another 30 last night. Anthony Jansante got his 30th stolen base. He steals 30 in back-to-back seasons for the first time in his career, and he joins some elite company with those 30 steals.
Yeah, so he's only the 5th player in Skeeters history to end up with 30 stolen bases, and he was also one of them too as well. So his second season in a row. But one of the keys with that too is that he really worked on power this year. That was kind of his main thing, and he's still bringing the speed to the table, playing a great center field, and 4 home runs away from a 20-20 season, which would be the first in Skeeters history. He's also the only guy to ever have 15 and 20 to begin with too. So showing a nice little blend of speed and power this year.
Also, the Skeeters will see Brett Marshall. He has already faced his former team once, but that was in Southern Maryland. This is the first time Marshall will face his former team at home, and, of course, he is a Houston native.
Yeah, and it was a 12-2 win for the Skeeters when they faced up out there in Southern Maryland. I mean, they know better than anybody the control problems, so expect a lot of, early takes and counts and a lot of patience, which kind of has been the calling card of this team anyways with guys like Derek Norris and Barrett Barnes up there in the league leaderboards and walks.
Oh, that's not a good combo with those league leaders, and Marshall leading the league in walks led at 66, and he's ahead by 7. So it could be a long night. Marshall has been pitching very well lately, but he's almost a strange anomaly because when you look at his numbers, he is tied for second in games started. He is 9th in innings pitched, so he gives you a lot of innings. He's 6th in the league in strikeouts, but 1st in walks, 1st in hits allowed as well. In fact, the walks you mentioned has always been a problem for him. 5.2 walks a game. That is a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, you kind of talked about the starts too. Only 3 of his starts of his 7 starts here with Southern Maryland have not gone for at least 6 innings. So he's still giving you the innings, which is good considering how many pitches he's probably throwing because of the walks. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. A lot of patience in the Skeeters lineup, and they know him better. They had him here for the first part of the season.
You know, we talked about it a couple of months ago when the Skeeters were just this home run hitting team. Then they kind of metamorphosized. Each night it seemed that they would become a different team, and then they adapted to a team that could, win one-run games instead of hitting all those home runs or get them on, get them over, get them in. But now they've won 4 straight games, and 3 of those 4 are one-run games, and the other one they won by 2. So they seem to be, much like Somerset was doing at the beginning of the year, they seem to be getting that timely hit, getting that timely play, throw a guy out of the plate when they need it, get the big strikeout and all that kind of stuff. And that's good down the stretch, especially going into the playoffs.
Sure, and I mean, you look at the numbers, they are on a 4-game winning streak, but they've only outscored their opponents 11-6. They've actually been out hit during the hitting streak too. We were talking earlier about a .73 ERA from the pitching staff over this 4-game winning streak. That's getting it done, and you got a guy like Dallas Beeler pitching tonight who's been getting it done all season long.
Is it fair to say that this team is no longer a home run hitting team?
You know, I think so, because you got a guy like Daniel Robertson too. You know, he's not going to be a big power threat, but 4 seasons in the majors, knows how to work a count, plays a great second base. You got guys like Rondon at the bottom of the order. I mean, really, when you think about it, your biggest power hitter now is probably Anthony Giansanti.
Yep.
And Matt Chavez has definitely turned the power on. He has 4 homers this month, the most he's had in any month this season. But I mean, you lose a guy like Courtney Hawkins, who really was the thumper in your lineup, and the thumper of the league for that matter. So I think you kind of turn into a gap-to-gap team, steal some bases.
And you brought up a good point with the pitching. Starting pitching can pretty much overcome anything, and the Skeeters have the bullpen. So it's interesting that if you get enough runs, the Tony La Russa theory, just get 5 runs for his starters, you could win. It doesn't seem like the Skeeters even need that at times. In fact, you looked at that game the other night, 3 nights ago, when they won 1-0. You just had the feeling that was going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at teams like, teams of late that have been successful. I mean, I'm thinking like the Royals winning the World Series a few years ago, how they could shorten the game. I mean, you already had Felipe, you got guys like Gene Machi, Mark Haynes. Now you add a Derek Loop to that mix, who's proven in this league, proven with this team in particular. I mean, you're looking at, hey, go out and give me 5 or 6 innings, and we got this game and pretty much in the bag. And then right before Courtney left, too, got a chance to talk to him. And, I mean, he was realizing the position players know it, too. They have that sense of confidence, like, hey, let's get into the 6th inning with the lead, and we're looking pretty good. You
always see a guy every year in every staff that it seems that no matter how he pitches, if he gets a few runs, the team feels confident that he could win. And that's why you have your aces like Max Scherzer and Roger Clemens and those types. The team goes out there knowing if we get him just a couple of runs, we can win. But it seems like you can make an argument for this whole pitching stack, because even Lucas Irvin, who's the newest member of the starting rotation, he's pitched shutout innings in 2 of his 3 starts, and the Skeeters, only got him a couple of runs last night, but he was just great through 6.
Yeah, lights out with the 7 scoreless innings, and then his first start against the Barnstormers a few weeks back, 5 scoreless innings, and got knocked around by the Patriots a little bit. Obviously, pretty good scout report on him, having already played there, so they probably knew a little bit of what was coming, but another great addition to this team, and a guy who knows this league too, which I think is kind of overlooked sometimes, having pitched in this league. Some guys may not realize how high the competition level is until they actually get here.
Well, one of the guys on the other side on Southern Maryland is Drake Britton. He is also a former big leaguer and a big part of this pitching staff, and Ryan had a chance to sit down with him and have a little chat before today's game. When we come back, we'll hear from Ryan and Drake Britton when we return here on the Skeeters pregame show in just a moment.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to the Skeeters pregame show. This is Ryan Posner standing by with Southern Maryland left-hander and former Major League left-hander Drake Britton. Part of the Blue Crabs are on the road here, but kind of a little bit of a homecoming for you. Tomball High School just up the road is where you went to high school. Texas native. What's it been like coming back home and spending a few week out here?
It's been great, man. My parents still live in Cypress, not too far from here. I live in Dallas. But getting here to come down here and see my family and stuff like that, and my wife and my daughters to be able to come down, it's been a nice trip.
Yeah, so I got a lot of family out here yesterday, and I mean, kind of a long grind, 120-plus game season. How nice is it to see them out here for a few days?
It's good. It's definitely a nice recharge every time I get to see them and remind me like what I'm playing for and stuff like that. And it's been really great.
Do you have any spots? I know Tomball's a little bit away, but do you have any spots when you come down here that you got to hit up first, like somewhere to eat or something like that?
Not really. Most of the time, I just rush out of here as quickly as possible just to go spend some quality time with them, like when I can. So I eat my mom's home-cooked food. That works for me.
Hey, can't go wrong there. All right, so you're a 23rd round pick from the Red Sox back in the day, and eventually became a kind of a top prospect in your system, top 100 prospect in the game. What was key for you in the minors that kind of led to your ascension up there?
I don't know, man. I struggled in the minors like a lot, but I just kept grinding. I'm never gonna quit. And I just kept grinding through those times, and I was just fortunate enough to be able to get called up and be successful in the big leagues while I was up there.
I mean, how tough is it too? I mean, you coming right out of high school, going kind of thrown right into the minors. How tough of an adjustment is that, being an 18-year-old going straight into kind of real life like that?
It's definitely a shock to the system, but I feel like I learned, how to conduct myself and, how to live on an everyday basis fairly quicker than some guys might. But it's definitely a shock to the system.
Absolutely. So you got that call to the bigs in 2013. I saw your debut was against the Yankees in Fenway as a member of the Red Sox. I mean, can't really draw it up better than that. I mean, what do you remember from that day?
I just remember being extremely nervous, happy, anxious to get out there. And, I don't really remember much while I was out there from that day, but it was probably, one of the top 5 best moments of my life.
And I mean, being against the Yankees too, I mean, did you get a sense of the rivalry? I know you're out there in the bullpen, so I mean, were people yelling at you guys, or how crazy how crazy is that rivalry? Being on the field for that.
Right. I mean, it was nuts. I mean, we kept going back and forth for first and second place, and it was Friday night series, and most of the time when a guy's making his debut, either the team's blowing out somebody or they're getting blown out, and we were down by I think 1 or 2 in the 9th with guys on base. Yeah. And I had to come in, first guy I faced was Ichiro, and I'm like, all right, this is real. But I mean, it was exciting, it was fun.
Absolutely. We're standing by with former Major Leaguer Drake Britton. So I saw your first strikeout, though, was against Adam Jones a few games into your career. That's a perennial all-star. Do you still have that ball, and what do you do with it?
The one I was more, I mean, obviously to strike Adam Jones out, was definitely a big moment for me. But the one I remember the most is the one right after that. It was Chris Davis, the year that he hit 50 home runs and 150 RBIs, and I was able to get him, and that was exciting, and I just cherish those moments.
Absolutely. And I mean, being a guy that was a top 100 prospect, you said you struggled, but obviously you kind of came around. Did you feel a lot of pressure when you came to the big leagues, kind of the expectations being pretty high for you?
Not really. I just kind of took it as, this is my opportunity. I'm getting my opportunity, and I'm not going to let my nerves or anything like that, stray me away from doing what I came there to do and how much, time I put in to get there. So I wouldn't say I was comfortable there in the short stint that I was there, but I definitely felt like I belonged.
Chatting with Blue Crabs left-hander Drake Britton. That was quite a team in 2013. The Red Sox got guys like David Ortiz, Dustin Pedroia, and pitching side, John Lackey, John Lester, Jake Peavy. I mean, how crazy was that, just being alongside those guys, and what kind of stuff did you learn from them?
It was nuts. I mean, getting those guys, borderline all Hall of Famers, and getting to see how they live, how they work, and at the level point in their career that they were at. It was nice. I never really talked to them too much about pitching or anything like that. Just kind of sat back and watched. But I had some good times with them off the field as well that I'll never forget.
Certainly, standing by with Southern Maryland left-hander Drake Britton. So the 2013 team did end up going to win the World Series. Did you end up getting a World Series ring out of that, or did they? You did?
I did, yeah. I got that and a playoff shirt, so it was a nice little 2-for-1 right there.
Absolutely. So where do you have the ring? Where's it stored?
Safety deposit box.
Absolutely. Good man. Good man. So kind of sticking with Southern Maryland this year, obviously it's been kind of rough for you guys in the record-wise, but you've had, by my calculations, 5 players get picked up to the big leagues. I mean, how much of an effect has that had, on the overall season for you guys?
I mean, we're happy for those guys. At the same time, we're still trying to play here and compete and, do the best that we can. We have struggled and we haven't been able to, put the pieces together, but we have a lot of fun on and off the field. We're just trying to finish strong.
And I mean, on that same note too, when you see guys, like I know Johnny Bladell, a few others get picked up, how much confidence does that give you, knowing like if you keep playing, guys are going to eventually see you?
I mean, yeah, it definitely gives you confidence. I mean, those are younger guys that haven't played in the minor leagues, that haven't been picked up. They only know indie ball, so that's why I'm happy for those guys to be able to go and experience that, and I wish them all the best. And I know they're going to compete and do well. I'm just trying to fight, just to get back. So I'm happy for those guys, but at the same time, I'm still focused on what I need to do.
Definitely hanging out with former Major League lefty Drake Britton. So this is your second year in the Atlantic League. Last year, you're with Bridgeport. What are some of the biggest things you've learned as a guy that, as a prospect in the bigs and now here? What are some things you can take away?
It's tough, man. It's a grind. It's a grind down here, but it's still baseball. I've been battling injuries for the past 2-3 years, so that's kind of put a damper on some things that I'm trying to work through. But I still learn new things every day, and I'm still trying to, compete and learn those new things and put it to work on the field. So I'm still trying.
Well, that was Southern Maryland Blue Crabs left-hander Drake Britton. Give it for a few minutes. Skeeters pregame show back in a minute.
Hey, Skeeters fans. Have a worry-free kids' birthday party here at Constellation Field. You and your guests will have everything you need, including access to our picnic plaza, pool, food, cake, and so much more. The birthday child will be able to throw out the first pitch, get a jersey with their name and number, and we will sing happy birthday to them on the dugout. Join us at Constellation Field, where we will do all the work so you can enjoy the game.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Saturdays at 4 p.m., it's the Top 40 Block Party on Suite 96, sponsored in part by your plumber for life, Steinmetz Plumbing in Richmond. They're called your plumber for life because once you've used Steinmetz, you'll never use anyone else. They are fast, efficient repipe specialists. And for any plumbing emergency, it's Steinmetz. For quality of work, fair pricing, and a wonderful customer service experience, it's Steinmetz Plumbing, yourplumberforlife.com, or 281-620-9200.
We are La Casina.
Hey, Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, SWATs and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. Ira Liebman along with former coach and Indian scout Kyle Van Hook. Time to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Ryan Strasburger will lead it off. He'll be in left. Batting second and at short is Edwin Garcia. In right field, batting third, Teodoro Martinez. The cleanup hitter in DH is Devin Rodriguez. At third, Frank Martinez bats fifth. Batting sixth is Angelos Nina. He'll be at second. Corey Vaughn's in center, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Craig Maddox. He'll be at first. And batting ninth, catcher Jose Gonzalez. Around the diamond for the Skeeters defensively, Barrett Barnes in left, Anthony Jansanti in center. Dennis Phipps is in right. Around the infield, it's Juan Silverio at third. Javier Betancourt at short. His double play partner, Daniel Robertson, at second. Matt Chavez is at first. Derek Norris doing the catching. And Skeeters ace, and Dallas Beeler on the mound. The former big league right-hander is 7-1 with an impressive 2.14 ERA. This is his 17th appearance, his 12th start. 75 2/3. He has struck out 64 while walking just 16. He has allowed 56 hits. The 29-year-old right-hander is 6'5", 225, drafted twice. First time he was drafted in 2008 out of Jenks High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the 37th round by the Blue Jays, and then by the Cubs in the 41st round in 2010 out of Oral Roberts, and eventually made it to big leagues with Chicago. Last three starts, 1-0 with a 3.21 ERA. Last start, he picked up the win in his 6-4 victory at Somerset. He went 6 innings, allowed 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 86 pitches, 54 for strikes. Ready to get underway here. And the first pitch by the Skeeters right-hander is swung and hit to the left side. Backhanded by Betancourt. 2 feet on the grass. Gets up, throws to first. A couple hops to first will not be in time. Be an infield single for Strasburger. And we are underway. Game 3, the final game of a 3-game series. Also game 6 of a 10-game homestand. Skeeters so far have taken the first 2 against the Blue Crabs and are looking for the 3-game sweep. And that is after beating the Bees in 2 of 3. So they are 4-1 on this homestand so far. In steps defensive whiz at short, Edwin Garcia. Garcia having a great year at the plate as well. 302, 3 home runs, and 31 RBIs. He also has 117 hits on the season, so doing quite well at the plate overall this year. The 117 hits are good for 5th in the league. First pitch here is a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. A little bit more on Beeler. Beeler's contract was purchased this year by the Royals, but only 4 appearances, 2 starts. Pitched fairly well. Just said it was not a good fit for him. This one misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Beeler in his return, 1-0 with a 2.65 ERA, 4 games, 3 starts. He struck out 10, walking 3 over 17 innings. Beeler struck out 10 batters over 7 innings on June 3rd against the York Revolution to match the highest single-game strikeout total for a Skeeters pitcher this season. He was also an Atlantic League All-Star. This one hit towards second. This could be 2. Robertson to Betancourt to the first baseman Chavez. And there is your double play. Goes down 4-6-3. And quickly 2 are down with none on for Teodoro Martinez. Mentioned Beeler was a former big league with the Cubs, 0-3 with a 6.05 ERA. In 7 minor league seasons as a pro, he came in 31-31 with a 3.88 ERA. And I got to think, if you're a pitcher, you want to get that 1 big league win, that strikeout. If you're a hitter, you want to get the home run and a hit. You know, maybe not in that order or in the same at bat, but I'm sure Beeler just wanted that 1 victory in the bigs.
Sure, it's always nice to say, I won a game in the big leagues.
Yep.
I hit a home run in the big leagues. You're exactly right.
Shadows all the way across the field except for right fielder Dennis Phipps and left fielder Barrett Barnes, who has the worst of it, shading his eyes with his glove. And this one is hit out to center field. That will hang up. A basket catch by. I didn't think he had a chance to get to that one. It was a low sinking line drive and makes a nifty grab. An unconventional 1-2-3 with a single, double play, and line out. Blue Crabs do not score here in the top of the first. Skeeters coming to bat for the first time when we return.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
This is Skeeters broadcaster Will Scott. Sugarland unites! Get your postseason tickets now by calling the TDECU ticket office at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Or you can go to sugarlandskeeters.com. And be sure to join the voice of the Skeeters, Ira Liebman, for every playoff game on Sweet 96.1 FM. The new home of the Sugarland Skeeters is your Skeeters look to take home their second title in franchise history. Go Skeeters!
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
We move to the bottom of the first. It's time to take a look at the starting lineup for your Sugarland Skeeters. Barrett Barnes will lead it off. He'll be in left. Anthony Jansanti, that nifty catch in center for the final out in top half of this inning. He'll be in center and bat second. Batting third is catcher Derek Norris. The cleanup hitter and third baseman Juan Silverio. At first, Matt Chavez bats fifth. Batting sixth, Albert Cordero, the DH. Dennis Phipps in right, bats seventh. Daniel Robertson bats eighth. He'll be at second. And batting ninth, Skeeter shortstop Javier Betancourt. Defensively for the Blue Crabs, Ryan Strasburger in left, Corey Vaughn in center, Teodoro Martinez in right. Frank Martinez is at third, Edwin Garcia at short, Angelos Nina at first, Craig Maddox at first, Jose Gonzalez, the catcher, and on the mound, former Skeeter, Brett Marshall. First pitch is low, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Well, this is the old book, Kyle, on Marshall. They say he had a tailing fastball, 92 to 96, which was a four-seam fastball, a two-seamer at 90 to 93, a slider, also had a curveball, which they said was a show-me pitch, and a changeup. So you tell me what he has these days. The 2-0. He already has the radar gun out. Nice. 2 balls and a strike.
So far, we're 88-89.
Okay.
Ira?
Marshall, also I'd really like your thoughts on this, the 2-1. I've talked to Brett many times about it. He leads the league in walks with 66. And even he'll kind of say about an inconsistent delivery, but what is it about his delivery that he walks so many guys?
Well, I'll have to watch it a little bit longer, but he throws way across, just right off the bat, that looked like a slider. He throws way across his body.
This one is hit into right field. Second baseman, Angelos Nina, brings it down in shallow right field for out number 1.
And what I mean by that is the pitcher's the stride foot lands on the other side of his body, and that will create some mechanical difficulty getting your arm back out front.
Is that for hiding the ball purposes, or is that just the way he throws?
That's just the way he throws. You wouldn't teach someone to throw across your body like that. It's just there's several guys that do it, and you run across it, and you're aware of it, and you can try to change them. Sometimes it's harder to change than just leave them alone.
First pitch to Jansanti, foul back into the net, no balls and 1 strike. Marshall overall between the Skeeters and the Blue Crabs this season, 4-8 with a 4.83 ERA, tied for second in the league in games started with 21. The workhorse that he is, 113 2/3, is also good for 9th in the league. Marshall still piles up strikeouts, 92 6th in the league, but he is first in the league in walks with 66, and he is 12th in hits allowed. Well, that equates to a 5.2 walks per 9 innings, which is extremely high, and his strikeouts are 7.2 strikeouts per 9 innings. Almost evens it out. Not in a good way. The 0-2, swung and fouled off to the right side. Count remains 0-2 here on Jansanti. 294, 16 home runs, 53 RBIs between innings. You mentioned that Marshall, when he was being scouted, was a pop-up guy.
Yep. Pop-up meaning that he wasn't on anybody's radar, didn't participate in the showcase circuit.
We had actually interviewed him recently on the road, and he pitched at Ross S. Sterling High School with Hunter Savanka, and he said if wasn't for Cervenka and everyone coming down to see a lefty that threw 95 with a pretty good curveball that people may not have noticed him. This one is hit back to Marshall. It's off his mitt, goes towards second. That's going to be an infield hit for the speedy Jansanti. Infield single, 1 on and 1 out. And steps Derek Norris. Were you one of the guys that scouted, Marshall?
Yeah, I was. I think I was with the Indians at the time. I can't remember what year they came out. No, I can't remember which club I was with, but yes, I was there on his breakout day when everybody was there to see Cervenka, and it was a scrimmage, a high school scrimmage, because early in the year they play scrimmages and you go watch them, and lo and behold, here comes this guy, and everybody's got their radar guns out. We're just going to take a look at him, 94, 95. We're like, what? Who is this guy? Where'd he come from?
Marshall would eventually get drafted by the New York Yankees in the 6th round in 2008 out of Ross S. Sterling High School in Baytown. He actually had a full scholarship to Rice, but Yankee money is hard to turn down.
And what did you say what round he went in?
Sixth. Sixth round, 2008.
And I believe they overpaid him as well.
You think?
Which the Yankees are want to do.
That doesn't sound like the Yankees.
Yeah. You got money, might as well spend it.
1 ball and no strikes to count. You know, even I can't argue that. I mean, teams like the A's, they can't afford to make a Jacoby Ellsbury-esque mistake, but you know, there he is sitting on the bench at $21 million. Last 3 starts for Brett, no record of .360 ERA, 15 innings, 19 hits, 13 Ks, but 9 walks. Marshall has appeared with the Skeeters in each of the last 4 seasons. After the Skeeters released him on June 13th, he was 19-17 with a .324 ERA as a member of Sugarland. This one swung and missed. 1-1 the count here on Norris. He went 2-3 with a .519 ERA in 9 starts with the Skeeters this season. And since being signed by the Blue Crabs, Marshall has gone 2-5 with a .461 ERA for Southern Maryland. Marshall's combined .483 is the 5th highest ERA amongst qualifying pitchers. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. No score, bottom of the 1st. This one swung and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Wonder if he's got a family contingency here tonight.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
From Baytown.
Well, he also lives right here in Houston these days.
Does he?
So, yep. Marshall made his Major League debut with the Yankees on May 15th of 2013. Throw over to first. Marshall, former teammate of Anthony Jansanti, knows he's going to try to steal at some point. It's been 3 games in the big leagues with New York. In the minors, 9 years, 40-48 with a .449 ERA. He has spent time also in the Reds, the Cubs, the Rays, the Rockies, and of course the Yankees organization. This one swung on, hit in the air, the shallow right field. It is the second baseman, Nina, again, and he'll bring this one down as well for the 2nd out. So 2 outs, 1 on for cleanup hitter Juan Silveria. So what do you see from Marshall so far, Scout?
Well, he actually loosened up a little bit, got up to 92 on a couple fastballs.
Okay.
Slider's been 82, 84 with 186. So right now it's been a 2-pitch mix. You know, don't see anything as delivery like you said that would be alarming as to why he's throwing, you know, so many balls or walking so many people. Sometimes it may just be a mental thing.
Well, Insep Silvera, the Skeeters cleanup hitter, 309 with 5 home runs and 25 RBIs. Just 35 games now. First pitch is hit into right field. This could be trouble. Long run for Martinez. He's got a nice running catch as he goes to the corner. Brings it down for out number 3. That'll officially be a fair ball that he catches going towards the right field line, and that will do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We're through 1 inning of play. No score here from Constellation Field between the Skeeters and the Blue Crabs.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Hi folks, this is Blaine Law, the owner of the Lost Cajun in Rosenberg, Texas at the Brazos Town Center. I'd like to introduce you to the Lost Cajun.
This is Griff, the Lost Cajun, and we're so glad to be in Rosenberg, Texas. Come out, folks, and meet us. Try some great food, seafood gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, crawfish etouffee, red beans and rice lobster bits, and jambalaya. Les bon temps roulés. Let the good times roll.
Oh, they got that food to go in there. Cater that Gator too. 281-762-0512.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
Move to the top of the second. Dallas Beeler will deal here to 4, 5, and 6 after an unconventional 1, 2, 3. He'll deal to Devin Rodriguez, Frank Martinez, and Angeles Nino. First pitch here to the left-handed hitting DH and cleanup hitter by the right-hander. This one a strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count. Devin Rodriguez comes in at 264, 5 home runs and 32 RBIs. The 0-1 from the former big leaguer Beeler. This one is fouled off to the right side. No balls and 2 strikes to count here on Devin Rodriguez. Rodriguez in a big fat slump, to say the least. He is 0 for his last 8 and just 1 for his last 22.
That's the definition of a slump, Ira.
Indeed. It's those coaching skills of yours. This one is hit to the right side and through for a base hit. Just the second hit off of Beeler. Second straight inning. And the Blue Crabs have led off with a single. That'll bring in Frank Martinez, the switch hitter, who will also bat here from the left side against the righty Beeler. Martinez comes in at 304, 10 home runs and 49 RBIs. Martinez over his last 5 games hitting an even 300, going 6 for 20 with a home run and 5 RBIs. Not too bad of a day here at Constellation Field. 90 degrees currently. Humidity at 58% and a southeast wind at 13 miles an hour coming in from left center. They're going to set up low and away here, and the 0-1 by Beeler is low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
And you notice all it took was the mention of him being in a slump to get him out of it. Doesn't that usually happens when you mention
a broadcasting kiss of death? Now that you're
that's right.
on this end, that's what happens. They set up inside the 1-1. This one swung on, popped up left side. That will make the seats. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Martinez. What have you seen out of Beeler so far?
He's 85, 87, touched an 88. He's throwing some type of a cutter like at 82. And I saw a pitch at 77. I think it was a curveball.
The 1-2 here by Beeler to Martinez. This one is swung hit to the right side. Chavez always has trouble with this play. Throws it to second in time. The relay not in time. Makes a decent throw there to second. Fielder's choice. We go down 3-6. So 1 on and 1 out. You can erase Rodriguez and insert Martinez at first. That'll bring up Angeles Nino. Nino 307, good for 8th in the league. 2 home runs and 32 RBIs for Nino.
And I'm going to make your day again by saying we have another crafty righty.
Crafty righty. There's a need for crafty
yeah,
righties,
absolutely.
I think.
No question about it.
Well, in steps the right-handed hitter, so it'll be a righty-righty matchup here. Squares to bunt, bunts it foul at the plate. No balls and 1 strike to count here on Nina. No score here, top of the second. Ira Liebman along with Kyle Van Hook. You're going to leave me Friday. You're going to leave me on the Van Hook for football. Look at you, Mr. Broadcaster all the way around. What other sports do you do?
That's it so far. I'm not sure I could even attempt basketball, or I could do track because all you do is run hard and turn left, right?
The old adage, eh? I don't know if it's that simple to broadcast. You've simplified it, though. The 0-1. This one in the dirt. Nice pick by Norris. Keeps that one in front of him. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Nina began the season with the New Britain Bees. 13 games with New Britain, hit 140. 1 home run and 3 RBIs. But with the Blue Crabs in 76 games, he's hit 335. The home run and 29 RBIs.
Are you one that goes RSBI?
No. What I don't get is he's got 10 RBI. I don't like that one either. I know it's technically runs batted in. It just does not sound right.
I'm with you. I'm an old RBIs. It's RBI apostrophe S. RBIs.
There you go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. RBI as an acronym takes on its own form.
Absolutely. And there are some of the analytic guys that have deemed it a fairly obsolete stat. Batting average and RBIs don't even look at them anymore.
This one swung and a miss, strike 3. Chased the ball low and away. There is out number 2, excuse me. First strikeout, first K of the day, and there is 2 away. And then steps Corey Vaughn, the center fielder. Why would they not look at that anymore? I mean, you help win a game with RBIs.
I agree. I've never heard any of their explanations for it. So
this is all the sabermetric people.
Yes, sir. Well, the front offices of major league clubs, the Indians included.
So what about runs scored? And that is even more important than RBIs because those are actually the runs scoring.
Yeah, and I don't know about that one. I just know that.
This one hit high in the air. This one is trouble. Going back is Barnes looking up, and this one's gone. And just like that, it is 2-0 Blue Crabs here in the top of the second. The home run, the 16th of the year for Corey Vaughn. RBIs, number 38 and 39.
I like that. You got that one in there, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know why they don't value RBIs. And I've heard some just a little mention that, well, it's more about you being at the plate at the right time with guys on base. So
you still got to get the clutch hit.
Exactly. No, I agree. I know.
Wow.
You're shooting the messenger here, Ira. Come on now.
Since when are you a messenger?
I've been called a lot worse. I can tell you that.
I'm sure it doesn't start with M either.
No.
2-0 now. A rare home run allowed by Beeler, who came into this game 7-1. Taking a look at Beeler on this season as far as home runs allowed. Let's see here. That was only the 7th home run. No, that's only the 2nd home run, excuse me, he has allowed all year. That's why he's 7-1. It's 1 swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike here on Craig Maddox, the left-handed hitting first baseman.
Well, you could say that when he gives them up, because that one was pretty deep, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But when the wind blows in here from left center, it's brutal, and it blows in from right field, but it blows out to left field.
Yeah.
The 1-1. This one's a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Skeeters trailing 2-0. 2 runs on 3 hits for Southern Maryland. No runs on 1 hit for the Skeeters. But it doesn't seem to matter these days if the Skeeters are winning by a couple of runs early or losing by a couple of runs early. They always find a way to win. Just want a ground ball right back to Beeler, right side of the mound, flips it underhand, and that will do it. But not before the Blue Crabs strike first. They get 2 runs on the 16th home run of the year by Corey Vaughn, the son of former big leaguer Greg Vaughn. It is the Blue Crabs 2 and the Skeeters 0.
2 for Tuesdays at Constellation Field this season.
Every Tuesday home game, fans can buy one field box ticket or grassland ticket and get one free. Watch the Skeeters in exciting Atlantic League action. Half-price tickets for groups are also available each Tuesday, or you can buy tickets 24/7 at sugarlandskeeters.com. For more details, give us a call at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier Aveda Concept salon in Sugarland. Locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa, 281-980-5160, 281-980-5160.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Skeeters now trail 2-0. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Sugarland. Matt Chavez, Albert Cordero, and Dennis Phipps. Chavez comes in at 326, 11 home runs, and 65 RBIs. 2-0. Skeeters are trailing here. First pitch here is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Well, Brett Marshall, former Skeeter. Part of the, actually, there's 3 guys in the house here today. It was part of the championship season. 4, if you don't include the playoff run. Albert Cordero, of course. Brett Marshall also was on that team. And Dan Runzler, who was not part of the playoff run, but he was here most of the season with the Skeeters. His wife had a baby, so a little bit more important than the playoffs. Just a little.
Just a little bit.
If you ever wanted to be a dad again, he had to go. This one is a strike, 2-1. There are some things more important than baseball.
You can count them on one hand, though.
Oh, I know. But you really see that when you see things like Hurricane Harvey or what happened in the World Series, the earthquake in San Francisco, 9/11, those kind of things. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chavez going through his routine. Marshall, an extremely quick worker, so Chavez's routine actually helps break up a quick worker like Marshall. The 2-2 from the right-hander. This one is a little bit high. He thought he had the strikeout. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a little bit reminiscent of what we talked about last night. Pitcher walking off the mound, the batter throwing the bat. So we'll see what the umpire does here, because Mr. Marshall thought that was a strike.
Payoff pitch here to Chavez. This one swung and belted into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Well, Chavez leads off the Skeeters second with a single, with Sugarland trailing 2-0 here to the Blue Crabs. So 1 on, none out for Albert Cordero. Chavez battling a slump before that hit. He was just 3 for 17. And in steps Cordero. Albert, the 2018 All-Stars, hit in 19 of his last 22 games, going 30 for 83, an impressive 357 mark. 6 doubles, 9 RBIs. Going back to, you're saying a lot of the sabermetric folks don't look at RBIs and average. I had an interesting conversation with our own Deacon Jones a few months ago, and he said when he was a player, he got up and said to his roommate one day, he said, I'm going to get 3 hits. And his roommate said, well, I'm going to do better. He said, well, what do you mean, like 4 hits? He goes, no, I'm going to score 3 runs. He goes, 3 runs can help us win. 3 hits is kind of selfish. And he thought, wow, you might not score on 3 hits on any of those.
Exactly.
This one is fouled on. No balls and 2 strikes. So RBI's not mattering. I don't get that.
No, and it's just sometimes you can't understand what they're doing, but they have their reasons, their methods. And again, I think the reason partly was, no one has control over who's on base when you get up.
Marshall takes a look in at his catcher, Jose Gonzalez, the 0-2. Swung and a miss, strike 3, the ball low and away. Now, what was that?
That was a changeup.
It was a changeup. Okay.
And one of the first ones I've seen. It was a pretty good one.
First strikeout for Marshall. 1 on, 1 out for Dennis Phipps. Phipps 271, 9 home runs, 36 RBIs for Dennis. Phipps last 6 games, 8 for 23, an impressive 348. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, including a walk-off home run in extra innings. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Skeeters have played 3 one-run games in their last 4 outings. All 4 of the wins, by the way. The other non-one-run game was a 2-run game, so they're finding ways to win. Although they were winning by 3 in the 9th yesterday, and became interesting. It wasn't really Felipe Paulino's fault. And some tough defense around him. None of the runs he allowed were earned. But still picked up his 30th save and became just the 2nd member of the Skeeters to ever hit the 30 save mark. Also in that game, another 30 milestone, Anthony Jansanta got his 30th stolen base for the 2nd year in a row, and also was the 2nd time the Skeeters have had 2 guys with 30 or more stolen bases. Last year, Jansanta 31 and Josh Prince. As they throw to first, diving back in is Chavez. Got 55 steals for Prince, set the Skeeters single season mark, the all-time mark, and helped the Skeeters with a new team mark, 162 steals. Prince at AAA with the D-backs this year. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here on Phipps. Now Marshall rarely works pretty quick, as I mentioned. Taking a little longer on the mound. Phipps stepped out. Now he's ready, gets a sign that he likes. They'll set up outside and low, and this one is swollen and fouled back over our heads here behind home plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out and 1 on. The Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the second.
And that game last night, is one that will either give your manager heartburn or hair loss. One of the two.
Isn't that why you say you got out of coaching?
Yes, sir, that's right.
I spoke to Southern Maryland Blue Crabs manager James Frisbee, and I said, give your boys credit, man. They could have quit, and they came back and almost tied it, or maybe even had a chance to win it. I said, yep, that's been the story all year. We've lost a lot of 1-run games. They're actually 14 and 19 in 1-run games. So figure you win half of those, you've got a different season on your hand. At least a different half. This one tap foul in front of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count remains here on Phipps. As a coach, what gave you the biggest fits?
The biggest fits? Pitchers not throwing strikes.
Okay.
Hitters striking out. Scoring a run or runs and pitchers going out and walking the leadoff hitter.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you ever do anything priceless after the game, like throwing a water cooler against the wall or?
No.
Taking a bat to something? This one misses outside 3-2.
We took BP one time on the side of the freeway.
What was your point to that?
We'd gone down to, I was at Blinn, and we went down and played it was called Texas Southmost College.
There goes Chavez. This one low and away for ball 4. First walk issued by Marshall. Remember I said the walks were the problems for Brett. That's his 67th walk of the year. Leads the Atlantic League in that category. So 2 on, 1 out. Chavez goes down to second. Phipps at first, and in steps Daniel Robertson.
But they had pitchers that didn't throw very hard, and I tried to tell our guys the wind's blowing straight in. Anything in the air is going to be an out. Stay back, get on top of the ball, and we proceeded to lose a doubleheader where we hit a bunch of fly balls that were just easy outs, and I just stopped on the side of the road and we took BP in the field.
Oh, in other words, say, hey, if you don't want to hit during the game, we're going to stop right here and hit.
And I said, if you hit anything in the air, you're gonna start running. So just trying to reinforce the fact that when we tell you the wind's blowing in, let's try and do a conscious effort to get on top of the ball and hitting line drives and ground balls.
Did it work?
We won the next day, but I don't know if that was the reason why.
Did you eat the same thing and wear the same underwear?
Yes, sir, we did. Oh, yeah. No, actually, you changed. We lost a doubleheader. That's when you changed.
Oh, is that what it is? I mean, after the win and losing the doubleheader.
Yeah.
No more pot roast for you, huh?
No. Don't ask my kids about pot roast.
The 2-0. This one is high, 3 balls and no strikes. Now, you've gone through a long stretch of no pot roast that can't ever be reintroduced.
According to my son, he may never eat it again.
Wow, it's too bad.
Scarred him for life.
Well, nice parenting.
Yeah, well.
Hot shot to third. Martinez has it. He goes to second for 1. The relay to first and plenty of time. Marshall fans that you were talking about right down in front of us, 5-4-3. And the Skeeters, who had first and second with 1 away, do not score through 2. It is 2-0 Blue Crabs.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable shooting range in our area. G2G is family, female, and male friendly. They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know you know what to do to defend yourself and your family. 832-595-8415 to find out more, or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in New Territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Top of the third, Beeler and the Skeeters are down at 2-0 here. Beeler will deal to 9-1-2, Jose Gonzalez. And back to the top of the order with Ryan Strausberger and Edwin Garcia. Gonzalez 234 with a home run and 12 RBIs coming into tonight's action. Sun is completely gone now. Everybody in the shade. This one a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike to count here on Gonzalez. Gonzalez on fire right now. He is 8 for his last 21, a 381 mark. The 0-1 from Beeler. Big overhand curve stays a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. As a scout, what do you look for in a curve beside that big Uncle Charlie bender?
Yeah, you look for, the tightness of the rotation, which you hear the word spin rate these days, and which I can't tell the spin rate. I can tell if it's got tight rotation, but I've seen guys that they'll say, well, TrackMan had it at a high spin rate, and I go, it didn't look that good to me. So, but you look for the tightness of the rotation and the crispness or the sharpness of the break.
It's one hit into right field. Dennis Phipps coming in, and the Skeeters right fielder will bring it in for out number 1. So 1 out, none on. Back to the top of the order with Ryan Strausberger. That's actually the first inning, and the Blue Crabs did not get the leadoff runner on with a hit. Strausberger led off the first with a single, but was erased on a double play. Strausberger came in at 246, 7 home runs, and 37 RBIs. Strausberger just 5 for his last 33, a 152 mark. I believe they'll be serving Strausbergers at the concession stand. We had Kobe Clemens here. I thought we should have a Kobe burger.
Kobe burger?
This one hits slowly to third. Silvera has it, tosses it across high, and does Chavez come down on the bag? Yes, just in time for out number 1. And every time a third baseman takes a little bit too long, Silvera got a little nonchalant, grabbed it to his left and took a few steps and then flung it sidearm, and it took off on him. So 2 down, none on for Edwin Garcia. Garcia was the one who bounced into that double play, a 4-6-3 double play started by Skeeters' second baseman, Daniel Robertson. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the top of the third. Couple of quick workers on the mound here tonight between Beeler and Marshall. So on his chop foul down the right side past the Skeeters dugout.
Just out of the reach of the hat. Did you see?
One of our season ticket holders tried to skip it with a hat and just a little outside.
Just a little outside. But a great job by Matt Chavez of coming down on the bag in time. I didn't think they had any shot.
Yeah, me neither. No balls and 1 strike to count here on Garcia. Beeler deals, and the 0-1 is a little number at the third base side. Tough play for Beeler. He's going to let it roll, and it's going to come to a complete stop and a fair ball. Nothing Beeler or Skeeters third baseman Juan Silveri could do. Just a swinging bunt in a perfect spot. That'll be an infield single. That'll be the 4th hit of the night for the Blue Crowns.
We're going to have to talk to the groundskeeper and get him to do a little dirt work over there where that ball goes foul.
Not when you have Alvaro Rondon on your team, the king of the bunts and leads the league in
there we
bunt
go.
hits.
So
although, I got to tell you, that's the most misleading number there is. It is not a hit. It is a bunt. It is a sacrifice. It's not a bunt single. It's a sacrifice. You're committing an out. Why is it deemed a bunt hit?
Yeah, you mean a sacrifice bunt?
Yeah, when you look in the stats, it says bunt hits. BH.
I didn't know that.
Yep. They do not keep separate stats for bunt singles.
Oh, so they call a sack a BH.
Yes.
Versus a drag, which is a base hit.
Beeler 28 pitches, 23 for strikes. He's only thrown 5 balls for 2 2/3. Suarez is fouled into the screen. You know, sometimes you see scouting reports on guys who are taught that to get a guy out, or at least try to get a guy out on 3 pitches. And Beeler is one of those guys. Why doesn't everybody learn this? It is such a valuable tool.
Yeah.
You see these 105 pitch outings in 5 innings.
Well, one of my teaching points was what's the most important pitch of the game?
Strike one.
Strike one to every hitter. This story, maybe you've heard it, maybe you had. Phil Garner, I know Phil fairly well there.
Brewers former
manager of the Astros, yeah. He told me in spring training he would put down $2,000 to the first guy that gave up 5 consecutive hits.
On a strike one?
No, just the first. And he was trying to reinforce the fact that it's hard to get those strikes because
it's harder. It's easier to walk a guy than hit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just your law of averages are not everybody's going to get a hit, even if you throw it right down the middle. Like I said last night, there's a 2 out of 3 chance the guy's not going to get a hit.
You're encouraging a guy to give up 5 straight hits. Then.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a good reward. Just
He
throw
was
it down the middle.
He was just trying to get him with those strikes.
That's interesting. The 1-1 swung and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Did you ever have any motivation skills like that as a coach?
Well, it would have been illegal in college to
That's
do
true.
that. And being a college coach, I didn't have $3,000, $2,000, whatever it was he gave. So I could have given him $1 maybe or 2. That would have been a violation.
What about just
some
lunch
collegiate
on
rule.
coach?
That would have been another violation.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what a jip. Throw to first, diving back in head first is Garcia.
I could have maybe snuck him some extra meal money.
Aha.
Is snuck a word?
Garcia has stolen 7 of 11. 1 and 2, so probably a good count to steal on here. Delayed steal, this one inside. The throw out to second is in time. Couple of hops to second. It was right on the money, and they cut down Garcia. A caught stealing, proving once again crime doesn't pay. We're in the middle of the third. Skeeters still trailing 2-0.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable shooting range in our area. G2G is family, female, and male friendly. They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know you know what to do to defend yourself and your family. 832-595-8415 to find out more, or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Bottom in the third, Skeeters still trailing 2-0. Javier Betancourt will bat here. It'll be 9-1-2. Betancourt, and back top of the order, Barrett Barnes and Anthony Jansanti. First pitch to Javier, high and tight, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Betancourt came in at 217, no home runs and 15 RBIs. They set up low and away. This one is high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Betancourt. Betancourt last 10 games picking it up a little bit, 9 for 33 at 273 mark. Also 7 walks, so we've seen the ball well. Pops it up here though, left side. Will it stay in play? Long run by the third baseman Martinez and drops right into his own dugout. 2 balls and 1 strike here on Javier. It's been 2017 at Double-A Biloxi with the Milwaukee Brewers. He had 243 with 6 home runs, 22 RBIs. Been 4 seasons in the Tiger system, getting as high as high A. The 2-1 swung on and hit in the air to right field. Theodore Martinez is there, and he brings it down for out number 1. A fly out to right is out number 1. Barrett Barnes, as we go back to the top of the order, is 0 for 1. He popped out to second his first time up. Skeeters trailing 2-0. Take a look around the Atlantic League scoreboard here, as all the other games on the East Coast been underway for a bit. Well, bottom of the 8th, York shutting out the Bees 3-0. Top of the 6th inning is the Barstorms leading the Ducks 9-2. Skeeters will see them beginning tomorrow. And the Road Warriors and the Patriots in the bottom of the 6th are scoreless. Right here, the Skeeters trailing 2-0 here to the Blue Crabs in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch a strike, no balls and 1 strike to count to Barnes. The 0-1 misses a little bit high and outside, 1-1.
Now you talked about Brett Marshall being all the walks. He's been effectively wild tonight.
The 1-1. This one swung and fouled up to the right side. It's not like being a crafty lefty. Effectively wild still means you're wild.
Effectively wild means you're wild enough to that when you do throw a strike, you kind of catch them off guard and they're not ready to hit.
I don't think I ever want to be labeled that.
No,
this one is low and away 2-2.
It's not a good moniker, I'll tell you that.
It's a left-handed compliment.
Yes, sir.
For a crafty lefty, or in this case, Marshall, a crafty righty. Former Skeeter deals, and this one is low, and that'll run the count full 3-2.
The problem that causes is he runs into deep counts. He gets to his pitch count early in the game, and he won't go as long.
Payoff pitch is low and away, ball 4. So the second walk of the game for Marshall, as I mentioned earlier, averages 5.2 per 9 innings. 1 on, 1 out here for Anthony Jansanti, who got a single off the mitt of Marshall his first time out and beat it out for an infield single. Bottom of the 3rd, Skeeters are trailing 2-0 here. Skeeters have won 4 straight. Blue Crabs in the opposite direction. They have lost 8 straight. Skeeters have won 4 straight games by 2 runs or less. And 3 of those 4 1-run games. So on misses low, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Now sometimes when Marshall gets into this where he starts to walk batters, it's almost like quicksand. Tell me what you see here maybe causes him to go into that mode, or maybe what he's doing wrong. So I got to think it's something that is consistently wrong at that point, not just in his head, but more mechanical. Swanee is grounded to the left of second and through for a base hit. So Jan Sante's 2 for 2. And now first and second, and only 1 away for Derek Norris.
Again, looking at his delivery, I don't see anything that he's doing any different than he did the first few innings. I do think it's more mental.
Really?
He walks a guy. He's thinking back on all the walks he's had throughout the year, and he starts pressing a little bit and trying to squeeze in a little bit harder and trying to be a little bit finer. And when you should probably more concentrate on just loose, not thinking about it and just seeing a spot and throwing to it.
So when you were a coach and you saw a guy doing that, what would you come out to try to settle him down with?
Well, I'm not sure I can repeat some of the things I said, but
milk bones I'm taking.
Yeah, it was just different things for you knew your player, you knew what he needed, whether you needed to be firm with him or be soft with him, or if he was one of those guys that could handle a mechanical adjustment. Sometimes he's throwing high, and I'd say he'd say, "What am I doing wrong?" And
the 0-1 is high, 1 ball and 1.
I remember telling one of the guys one time, I said, your mechanics are fine, just aim lower. I mean, sometimes it could be as simple as that.
Just throwing them more down the middle?
Yeah, he said, well, I'm aiming at their belt. Well, aim at their shoe. And then you'll get it down in the zone.
The 1-1. Swanee hit to short. This could be 2. They go to second for 1. To reel it to first on another double play. Skeeters have ran into 2. One going down 6-4-3. Skeeters leaving some men on base. Still trailing by 2. We're a third of the way through. It is 2-0 Blue Crabs.
Nora Ann's Flower Shop offers the most beautiful floral arrangements in the Sugar Land area. Let certified Texas master florist Nora Sims create something custom just for you, or pick up something beautiful and ready to impress from her shop at 15510 Lexington Boulevard in Sugar Land, between Highway 6 and Williams Trace. Locally owned and operated for over 21 years, you can trust Nora to make your floral visions come to life. Same-day delivery is available in most cases. 281-491-5858. 281-491-5858.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
We move to the top of the fourth inning. Ira Liebman along with Kyle Van Hook. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here. Dallas Beeler will deal to 3, 4, and 5. Teodoro Martinez, Devin Rodriguez, Frank Martinez. Just want to strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count. Martinez has lined out Sharpie to center. And a nice catch by Anthony Jansanti. A basket catch coming in for center in the first inning. Came in batting .291, 2 home runs, and 33 RBIs. This one is a shot, 1 hopper to short. Rondon has it. The throw to first, right on the money. 6-3 on the putout. Here's one away. I don't know why this made me laugh at the time, but Chavez is great down there. He really worked hard on his defense. Always been a good hitter, but there was a throw from Silverio the other day or a few games ago where the throw was so perfect at his waist that he caught it right there to the left of his hip.
Did he?
I thought that was kind of nice.
Kind of nonchalanted it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 out, none on. Left-hand hitting DH comes in, Devin Rodriguez. 264, 5 home runs, 32 RBIs. He singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Blue Crabs. No runs on 3 hits for the Skeeters, trailing 2-0 here in the top half of the fourth. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. They're going to set up outside in the 1-0 here to Devin Rodriguez. This one misses, 2 balls and no strikes.
And you know, very similar to last night, we had 4 double plays in 4 innings. We got 3 double plays in 3 innings tonight.
See, now you've jinxed it. Now it's on you.
I just thought I'd try and enlighten the listener.
Go. I can't be blamed for this one, folks. That is all Kyle Van Hook.
That's right.
The 2-0. Swung and chop foul off of first. Rodriguez got that hit, broke a 0 for 8 slump and a 1 for 22 slide. 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out here. None on top of the fourth. Skeeters trailing 2-0. What do you think the hardest part about keeping a team focused for these last few weeks before the playoffs? Because legitimately the Skeeters have nothing to play for since the first half Freedom Division title.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You you just preach to them as best you can. It's hard to turn, flip the light switch, turn it on and off, and you're going to get into dangerous territory if you're kind of going through the motions, thinking I can pick it back up when the playoffs start, because it's awfully hard to do. That's why you want to keep them playing at the intensity. And I don't know.
As a manager, how do you keep guys motivated?
Well,
it's easy to say, we got to play every game hard still, even though we're in the playoffs. But guys exhausted on that long road trip, and you're thinking, what am I playing hard for today? I need a break, and we're up by 7 games.
I'm not sure if there is an answer other than just try and drill into their. I mean, I don't know other than talk to them about it and just preach the importance of it and hope that they listen to what you're saying.
The 3-2 is chop foul, the first base side. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Devin Rodriguez.
But I think one thing you can do is, get guys that haven't played much before, give those other guys a rest. Those guys that haven't played much before are going to play with a little bit better energy than somebody that's been a starter the whole year. He's fresher. He wants to do well. So that's one thing I try was, mixing guys in and giving other guys a break so they can rest up for the playoffs.
Payoff pitch here by Beeler. They set up inside. This one swung and fouled back into the right of home. 2 straight foul-offs on 3-2. Oh, he will see an 8th pitch here. Pretty good at bat here by Rodriguez. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Beeler looking to become the first Skeeter with 8 wins. Or the second, I should say. Russell got his 8th the other day. This one fouled off to the left side. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count remains. Pretty good starting staff. Connor Wade is 8-4. Beeler looking for his 8th. Russell looking for his. That's right. He did not factor in the decision the other day. He's still 7-3. This one swung on and chopped foul again.
I can't put him away, can he?
No, they can't. So he will see a 9th pitch. Take a look at the pitch count now on Beeler. Still only thrown 9 balls in this game. Unbelievable. So 43 pitches, 34 for strikes, 9 for balls. Pitch number 9. right down the middle for strike 3. Great pitch by Beeler. Fooled him there. There is strikeout number 2. Second K of the day, and there's 2 away. Was that the curve?
I missed it.
2 balls and no strikes to count.
I'm not a very good scout, Ira. Took my eye off the game for a second.
That's what happens.
I got complacent.
I'm sure your wife has heard that a lot. My birthday, I missed it. My anniversary, I missed it.
Well, no, I've missed a bunch of those.
Look at you. Surprised she ever let you back in.
Well, I don't miss anniversaries because it was 2 days after Christmas, so that was hard to forget.
Well, you're probably forgetting. You just say, "Oh, well, this counts for the anniversary too, right?" You're one of those guys.
No. I just, it's easy to remember 2 days after Christmas, my anniversary. Now, birthdays a little bit tougher, but I try to remember those 2 birthdays and anniversary.
So, not to get you in too much trouble, when is your wife's birthday?
February 3rd, 1958. Any other questions?
I didn't need the year. I was just hoping you knew the date, because if you didn't and she's listening, you'd be in big trouble.
No, I would be. I mean, I live in the doghouse, so why change?
You're going to live in that doghouse. At least make it livable out there. Get a little kitchen in there, and maybe
I get a bowl of water. I get a bowl of water and a piece of bread about every other day, and that's it.
Wow, it's working.
Yeah,
she keeps you in shape.
Absolutely.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, none on top of the 4th. Skeeters are trailing 2-0 here to the Blue Crabs. The 1-2. Swung in, fouled off to the left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count remains. I have a good this day in baseball history for you when we get to it a little later.
A fun fact?
Little League World Series fun fact.
Ooh, okay.
The 1-2. Swung in, chopped towards short. Rondon charges, fires in time, and that'll do it. First conventional 3-up, 3-down inning for Beeler. Might be getting in that rhythm now. 4th, it is still the Blue Crabs 2 and the Skeeters 0.
Hi folks, this is Blaine Law, the owner of the Lost Cajun in Rosenberg, Texas at the Brazos Town Center. I'd like to introduce you to the Lost Cajun.
This is Griff, the Lost Cajun, and we're so glad to be in Rosenberg, Texas. Come out, folks, and meet us. Try some great food, seafood gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, crawfish etouffee, red beans and rice lobster bisque, and jambalaya. Les bon temps roulés. Let the good times roll.
Oh, they got that food to go in there. Cater that Gator too. 281-762-0512.
Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time. Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter!
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Skeeters are down 2-0. Skeeters will have the meat of the order up here. 4, 5, and 6. Juan Silveria, Matt Chavez, and Albert Cordero. Silveria flew out to right his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Juan came in at 309, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs. There's one inside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. We were talking earlier about Marshall being kind of a pop-up guy, wasn't on anybody's radar. And I spoke to Marshall and went to Ross S. Sterling High School with Hunter Savenga, who's been picked up here from the Skeeters twice and got to the big leagues the first time and still pitching quite well. And this is a guy, I'm surprised didn't get picked up sooner because he was a 94, 95 mile an hour left-hander with a great curve out of the bullpen. But in high school, I'm taking he was a starter at some point. How is he as a starter?
Yeah, I remember his velocity being not quite that, probably 92, 93. But most guys are starters in high school. They don't really specialize till they get into pro ball or college. And the theory is you want to start them as long as you can before you make that decision. Are they a starter or reliever?
This one, did it hit Silvera? Yes, it did. Around in the elbow. Hit by pitch. He will trot down to first. So 1 on, none out for Chavez. So wasn't throwing super hard. What was so impressive about Hunter Cervenka in high school?
Well, from what I remember, he had a pretty good breaking ball, good changeup. It was just the whole arsenal, and might have been thrown a little harder than what I just mentioned, but it was just the whole package.
And the fact that he's a lefty kind of stands out a little bit more.
That raises the stock. Good catchers, their draft stocks raises. Left-handers with arm strength, their draft stock raises. Middle infielders that can, pick it and throw it. You have your premium position players.
I got to think the Ozzie Smith and Omar Vizquels of the world wouldn't be looked at very highly in these days. They weren't looked at highly in those days.
Yeah,
Smith was overlooked by
there's been a lot
more
offense put on the plate of middle infielders, so there is something to that. But still hard to find one that's a reliable shortstop. They can pick it and throw it and go in the hole.
I would think there's plenty of good fielders out there, but very few guys who are great fielders and can hit for power.
Yeah, right. I mean, reliable, that are steady and can make the plays all the time.
No balls and 2 strikes here on Chavez, who's 1 for 1. He singled, came in batting .326, 11 home runs, 65 RBIs. Skeeters down 2-0 here in bottom of the 4th. The 0-2. Swung in, fouled straight back into the net. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Two runs on 4 hits for Southern Maryland. No runs on 3 hits for the Skeeters. No errors on either side. Marshall right now at 59 pitches. This next pitch will put him at 60. So for 34 for strikes, 25 for balls. This one is served into right center field, hooking away from center fielder Corey Vaughn, but he catches up to it. The ball tailing away towards right center. Great jump by Vaughn to run that one down.
It really was, and they set up inside on Chavez, and he fisted it, but I didn't think center fielder had any shot at it. A great read, a great jump, great route.
Albert Cordero will step in, the switch hitting DH, batting here from the left side. He struck out his first time up, the only strikeout that Brett Marshall has on the evening. Skeeters trailing 2-0, bottom of the 4th. Well, in steps Cordero. What's going on here? Marshall looking around. Marshall lives in the Houston area these days. As one swung and missed. No balls and 1 strike to count.
Think he's sleeping in his own bed, or is he staying over at the hotel?
Oh, he's got to be sleeping in his own bed for sure.
You would think, yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. As much as they're on the road, you get a chance to sleep in your own bed.
Now, granted, this is the best road hotel to stay in, but better your own bed. This one is up through to first. Diving back in is Silverio. Silverio has speed. I mean, people see his cleanup hitter and figures he can't steal or run, but he can. Taking a bigger lead off of first. This one smacked down the left side. 0-2 here on Cordero. Two nothing Skeeters in front, trailing 2-0. So these are the Skeeters being ahead these days. Jump the gun.
And we don't want a double play to tie last night's record of 4 double plays in 4 innings.
I didn't realize it was a record, but yes, we don't want that.
Okay, I may have been a little loose with that term there, but
there you go. They set up low and in. The 0-2 in the dirt. Nice stop by Gonzalez. Keeps that one in front of him, sheds the mask. No advance by Silverio. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on number 3, Albert Cordero. Cordero, an all-star this year. Long look in here by Marshall. Again, they set up low and in. This one stays high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Marshall right now throwing way too many pitches. Closing in on 65 pitches here in the 4th. What do you expect? I always kind of use the 10-pitch mark. Now I know 10 pitches in an inning is a fairly quick inning, but in other words, if you expect 10 pitches per inning and it's the 3rd inning and you've got 60, to me you're 30 pitches ahead of where you should be.
Yeah, I've been more one to use 15.
I know 15 is more of the average, but just feel when you have, 60 pitches in 30 innings or 70 pitches in 40, you're just way too ahead of the curve.
Way too many.
The 2-2. Swung and chop foul off of first. Count remains 2-2. I always say, but I feel like Cordero is the best 0-2-1-2 hitter in the league. He'll just foul after pitch after pitch after pitch.
Shows he's got good concentration.
That's a good point. So I wouldn't have seen that. Just think maybe guy shortens up on 2 strikes or something like that.
That too. Add in a little competitive spirit.
Now, in this case, Cordero has caught Marshall. Who do you think generally has the advantage there, the pitcher or his former catcher?
That's a good question. I'm not sure I know the answer. I would think the catcher might have a little bit advantage because he knows maybe what the pitcher's thinking and what he's wanting to do.
This one is chopped towards first. That one foul again. Cordero doing the old John Travolta, staying alive here. This will be pitch number 8 coming here to Cordero. So he wins the long battle. They set up low and away, and the 2-2 is outside, and Cordero will see a 9th pitch. So down 0-2, now battles back with all those foul balls to a full count. 3-2 with 1 out. Do you run Silverio here? Down 2-0 in the 4th.
No.
All right, coach says no. I'm going to say yes. Yep. There he goes. This one is swung, a hit in the air to left field into the corner. It is hooking foul. Oh, he will see a 10th pitch.
You going to run him again?
No, because now the element of surprise is out the window. Whoever, if he fouls another one, I would put the hit and run back on. Great at bat here by Cordero against his former teammate, Brett Marshall. These two guys were a battery in that 2016 playoff.
Oh,
throw to first, and that may have had Silverio. It goes off of the umpire, and Silverio have to hold it first. That's the only thing that kept Silverio at first. It went off the umpire. Otherwise, he's standing on second.
Wow, that's a unique play.
Some people say, oh, it was interference on the umpire. No, he is part of the playing field. Like hitting a broadcast.
Except we're not in the field of play.
Marshall really piling up the pitches here. Closing in. This next pitch actually would be pitch number 70 here in the 4th.
Ooh.
Silverio off to the races again. This one swung a slow roll to right side. Marshall will pick it up, taking himself to first. So 1 unassisted, but Silverio on the move gets down to second with 2 away now, and then steps Dennis Phipps.
Not much activity in the Blue Crab bullpen, so looks like they're going to stick with him probably another inning.
Well, he is up 2-0.
Yeah.
Dennis Phipps will step in, who walked his first time up. So no official plate appearances. Came in 271, 9 home runs, 36 RBIs for Phipps. Blue Crabs leading 2-0. 2 runs on 4 hits. Skeeters no runs on 3. Marshall back to the bump. See where Gonzalez sets up here. I'm going to say away, and now Phipps has had enough. Now Marshall generally a very quick worker, but pace is really slowing down here. Now he's ready. First pitch is a little bit low, 1-0, a bit low and away. So any mechanical issues that you're sensing here from Marshall?
No, sir. It's just
One swung and a miss. The throw down to second. They're going to have Silvera caught between second and third, and he's going to be out by a country mile. And that will do it. Heads up by the catcher, Gonzalez. That'll go down 2, 4, 5. And very unconventional 1-2-3 inning. Your score through 4. It is still the Blue Crabs 2 and the Skeeters nothing.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
We are La Casina.
Top of the 5th inning. Ira Liebman along with Kyle Van Hook. Skeeters trailing 2-0. Dallas Beeler will face 6, 7, and 8 here. Angeles Nina, Corey Vaughn, and then Craig Maddox. First pitch by the Skeeters' former big leaguer. This one is right down the middle for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. Nina struck out against Beeler his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Beeler exactly 50 pitches here, 40 for strikes, just 10 balls. Slow chopper left side. Silvera leaves it for Rondon. A throw to first in plenty of time, and Nina was not hustling down first baseline. Might have beaten it out. Is that a benching if you're a coach?
It's a good case for one, but I tell you what, that was a heck of a play.
Yeah, Rondon is spectacular.
Oh my gosh! Third base. I thought Silverio was going to cut it off, and he didn't, and it could have easily distracted Rondon, but what a great concentration, great play.
4 in a row now retired by Beeler. 1 out, none on for Corey Vaughn, who is the difference in this game. His 2-run homer in the second gave the Blue Crabs a 2-0 lead, and that's where we are here in the 5th. Big swing and a miss here. Now the downside to Vaughn's sudden home run outburst, 16 home runs this year, is that he's 3rd in the league in strikeouts at 107. Hence that launch angle theory. The 0-1. I mean, there's no way you're going to focus more on a launch angle and not strike out more. It's not going to happen.
I agree with you. I don't understand. And as we talked before, you're teaching launch angle to guys that are 5'10", 160, and their focus should be more, I think, level swing, get on top, line drive, spray the ball around.
You see the guys like Giancarlo Stanton, who's super strong. I mean, when he hits a line drive the opposite way, it's going to go anyway.
Yeah.
Why does he need more launch angle? I agree with you. Maybe those guys are going to do it kind of more naturally anyway, but the smaller guys, you're just asking them to strike out.
Oh,
much more.
And if
they
they
need to be contact guys.
If they do hit the ball, they're going to be fly balls that are easy out.
Yep, warning track power. The 2-2. Chop foul off of third. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think is one of the things that is completely overlooked these days that was kind of regular back in the day.
What's that?
What do you think the things are
Oh.
overlooked these days that might have been kind of a mainstay years ago?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, if you want to get into that, we've already talked about the RBIs and the analytics. And
Ground ball towards short. Rondon again. Fires it to first, just getting the speedy Vaughn. That's hustle down first. That's the way you do it.
A little bit different.
So in the last 5 outs, 4 of them have been hit to Rondon, all 6-3 putouts. The only other one was one he couldn't get to because it was a strikeout.
But you think of the one thing that you know, the art of bunting is something that you don't see anymore.
Yep.
I do work some camps and teach kids about bunting, or when you're coaching and kids who get to college and they've never had to bunt before.
Ever?
Ever.
That's unbelievable. Yeah. Why are you not learning how to bunt in high school? Because of aluminum bats?
Probably.
What's your thought on no more aluminum bats? I know it's all about money, but if they decided to vote on it, would you
I'd be all for it, absolutely. Yeah. And it's funny, in the fall, you know, a lot of the colleges will use wood. High schools will use wood, but it always comes back to cost. That, you know, you buy 5 aluminum bats.
Don't you think you'd develop more big leaguers if they use wood from high school on?
You would think, but you know, the cost of supplying bats to a team.
Wouldn't you think Louisville Slugger would kind of want to get in on that, donate a lot more bats, that kind of stuff?
I think they make too much money on the aluminum bats.
That's true. I forgot they're doing that as well.
And
that's when a check swing. Did he go? They appeal. No.
The college coaches they have contracts with these bat companies. DeMarini,
that's right. The college coaches can make the money,
Rawlings.
just the players can't.
Yeah, that's right. The coaches can. They have, I mean, and some of them are fairly large contracts in the upwards of 6-figure range at the bigger schools.
So you think it's more about the coaches making money than the players hitting with wood bats?
I think it's a combination of the bat companies making more money off the metal bats. They're got the coaches in their back pocket, so they're not going to pressure the ADs to vote to go to wood bats.
How much more money do you think you spend on wood bats than you would if you only used aluminum like they do now?
If you got 5 aluminum bats, which should last you for a year with a team.
So one swung and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. So the second straight inning, that's the short and a strikeout. That is now 2 straight 1-2-3 innings. Third K of the day, 3 away, 6 in a row. Now retired by Beeler, who is really dealing here. We are halfway through, middle of the 5th. Skeeters still trailing 2-0. We'll see if they can chip into that lead when we get back.
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable shooting range in our area. G2G is family, female, and male friendly. They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know you know what to do to defend yourself and your family. 832-595-8415 to find out more, or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
We move to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Skeeters, who are trailing 2-0 here. Dennis Phipps, Daniel Robertson, and Javier Betancourt. 7, 8, and 9. Phipps walked his first time up. First pitch here is hit high in the air to right, but that wind is going to knock it down, blowing in from left center. Teodoro Martinez grabs it in front of the warning track for out number 1. So 1 out and none on. Daniel Robertson will step in. Robertson hit into a double play his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th as Robertson steps to the dish. 2 runs on 4 hits for Southern Maryland. No runs on 3 hits for the Skeeters. Either team has committed a miscue here this evening. First pitch here is a strike right near the letters. I think Robertson disagreed. He's not quite 6'2". I was saying that's a strike for a tall guy. This one, a slow roller. Left side, the throw to first, not in time. And now Robertson's getting it to second. A swinging bunt there. Robertson getting on any way he can. So 1 on 1 out. Maybe that'll be the spark the Skeeters need. We're trailing 2-0 here. They'll bring in Javier Betancourt. Skeeters now with 4 hits, same as the Blue Crabs. You're talking about the Skeeters being out hit. The Skeeters have, during this 4-game win streak, they've been out hit. This is better trailing hits these days for Sugar Land. Marshall's next pitch here.
So we go a hit and an error on that one?
Oh, yeah, he got the second. He got the hit. He was going to beat it out of the first, and then he gets the second after the ball gets past the first baseman. Should be an E5, and yep, it is. First pitch a strike, no balls and 1 strike the count here to Betancourt. Betancourt flying out to right his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Javier came in 217, no home runs, 15 RBIs. The 0-1. This one punched into right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. And they're going to hold Robertson as third. And the ball came in. He would have been a dead duck at the plate. The Skeeters in business here. Runners on the corners, only 1 away. A sac fly can make it a 1-run game. Let's go back to the top of the order. Barrett Barnes is always very good in these situations. He has popped out to second and walked. And you look at his numbers with runs in scoring position, and they're not phenomenal, but you know, a sac fly doesn't really equate into your average with runners in scoring position.
Nobody counts towards your RBIs.
Yes, it does.
Which don't matter anymore.
Oh, that's right. That's what I heard.
Exactly.
A little bird told me that.
Little rumor going around.
He's got 40 RBIs and 85 plate appearances with runs in scoring position. Here comes James Frisbee, the manager for the Blue Crabs. And while he goes to the mound, it is time now to educate Mr. Van Hook. Now, time for this day in baseball history. A little Baseball 101 brought to you by Texas State Technical College in Fort Bend County. Make your own history by earning your associate's degree at TSTC. Visit tstc.edu to learn more. Well, on this date, August 30th, 1998, Toms River becomes the first American team since 1993 to win the College World Series, Little League World Series, rather. Chris Cardone hits his home run in consecutive bats, including a game-deciding 2-run shot, beating Japan 12-9. Well, that 1993 team, the Toms River team, actually included Todd Frazier, who would later on, in fact, when he was with the Yankees last year, they had a great picture of him as a little kid with Jeter on the field as they, honored them. They got to go on the field as the Toms River, New Jersey team at Yankee Stadium, much like we do with the baseball buddies.
Right.
Kids get to go out, but it was interesting to see that he was with Derek Jeter going out as a little leaguer and then eventually played for the Yankees.
Wow, that's fun. That's a fun fact.
I told you you'd like it.
Yes.
Attendance tonight, 5,469 fans here, brought to you by our own Tyler Stan. Wow, that's something you don't see anymore. The old fakes the first throw to third. I'm glad they got rid of it because there was nothing more annoying than watch the fake to third, Fake to first, no throw.
And, you know, the few times that I've seen it actually have a chance to work, normally he fakes out the fielder.
Yep.
And there was nothing that could happen. So
Pete Incaviglia coming out here. I think he knows Marshall well enough to saying he balked. I think that's his argument here. I didn't see it.
I thought he stepped off.
So he's arguing about something else, but be the only thing. Yeah, I think he's making his point, saying, nope, you missed it. Inky's not done. Getting a little animated now. Yep, and that's exactly what he's talking about because he stepped back. Oh, now they're going to discuss it. Oh.
Now we get a conference.
Pete's got a little discussion here. I mean, can you really discuss and overturn a balk without replay? Seen a lot of things. I haven't seen that one. I know what Pete's trying to do in his smart tactics. He's trying to keep them aware so he'll get the call next time if Marshall does it again. So run if it's a balk. Runners on the corners here. See what the call is. The longer it goes, I always feel the better chance of being overturned. The shorter it is, the less chance that it's going to be overturned.
I'm trying to read what they're talking about. It's something to do. He's showing him stepping off.
Nope, I'm saying no balk.
Separating his hands, but that'd be a good question for the postgame show with Pete Incaviglia.
We don't have the manager on the postgame show. It's a player of the game.
Okay.
We'll wait for the next manager show next week. So 2 on, 1 out. Skeeters trailing 2-0. Sack fly would make it a 1-run game, and extra base hit could tie this game. Robertson down at third. Betancourt on at first. This one swung and chopped towards short. This could be another double play. They go second for one. The relay to first in time. That's the third double play have grounded into in this game. That one 6-4-3. And the Skeeters waste the golden opportunity. We are through 5 innings of play. The Skeeters are still trailing 2-0.
Tuesdays are 2 for Tuesdays at Constellation Field this season. Every Tuesday home game, fans can buy 1 field box ticket or grassland ticket and get 1 free. Watch the Skeeters in exciting Atlantic League action. Half-price tickets for groups are also available each Tuesday, or you can buy tickets 24/7 at sugarlandskeeters.com. For more details, give us a call at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Surprisingly, Dallas Beeler does not come out after just 2 runs over 5 innings. Really only made the one mistake to Corey Vaughn, the home run. Alex Wimmers, the former big leaguer, will come on here. He'll face 9-1-2. Jose Gonzalez, Ryan Strasburger, and Edwin Garcia. Wimmers, first pitch here, A right-hander will deal, and this one is hit high in the air down the left side. Silverio, does he have room? Yes, did he catch it into the crowd? What a play by Juan Silverio.
Wow. About 3 rows deep, Ira.
No kidding. What a reach. That is a big-time, big league play by the third baseman.
I believe that calls for a da-da-da, little web gem.
Let's take a look at Wimmers, 29-year-old, number 2, which is interesting because Brett Marshall, when he was with the Skeeters, wore 2 because he grew up a Yankee fan, like Derek Jeter, and eventually, of course, got to play for the Yankees. 6'2", 215 from Cincinnati, Ohio, began the season with the New Orleans Baby Cakes. 9 years as a pro for the former big leaguer. This one swung hit high in the air down the left side, but that one way foul. Barnes will give it a look, but run out of room quickly. This year, Wimmers 2-0 with a 4.36 ERA. His 16th appearance. 22 2/3, 27 Ks, 10 walks, 18 hits. Been roughed up the last 2 outings. Last time out, 3 innings, 1 earned run, 3 hits, no walks, 3 Ks. The time before that, get to that in a second as it has hit the third. So Silverio's toss across in plenty of time. And there's the second out. Is when he really got hit hard at Somerset, August 22nd. A third of an inning, let up 4 earned runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. And a minimum of pitch here to get 2 outs thanks to some great fielding. He has thrown 4 pitches and gotten 2 outs. Take a look at the final numbers on Beeler. Dallas goes 5 innings. He allows 4 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. No walks, 3 strikeouts through 61 pitches, 48 for strikes. First pitch misses here by Wimmers. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Garcia's hit into a double play and had an infield single last time up. Fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1 the count.
How many pitches was Beeler at when he left?
61.
Has he been typically gone over that number that you can recall?
He has. I think it's a little bit of a precautionary measure. It was questionable if he was going to start tonight or not. Spoke to Corey Dummel. I think he was nursing some bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
So.
Well, then that answered my question.
This one is low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Well, the book on Wimmers, a fastball change and a curve, unless scouting guru Kyle Van Hook sees something different.
You're using that term guru very loosely. Scouting, well.
The 3-1, swung and fouled off the right side.
Fastball's been 88, 89 so far.
Okay.
Is that what you had?
I don't have a range for his fastball.
Okay.
If it gets any higher, they'll let me know. I will put it in the book for now at 88 to 89. Payoff pitch coming here to Garcia. Wimmers winds and fires, and this one swung and a bullet hit into left field. That's going to be a base hit. That is the 5th hit of the night, so both teams with 5 hits now. Skeeters trailing 2-0. That'll bring in the 3-hole hitter, Teodoro Martinez. Another thing that has gone out the window, or the book is yet to be found and will never be found, is that there's no rhyme or reason for anybody batting at any point in the order. So in other words, the 3-hole hitter used to be your best hitter. It is not anymore. It's a power position. Your number 2 hitter used to be a guy that would, be a guy who made a lot of contact, could bunt a guy over, maybe steal a little. The leadoff guy used to be a guy with a lot of stolen bases. Now he's just a guy who has high on base percentage.
Yeah, they've turned it topsy-turvy, upside down, and you can't understand why they're doing what they're doing, but their numbers tell them to do it. It's what happens. There's their explanation.
Even in the National League, the pitcher no longer hitting 9th, he's hitting 8th.
Yeah. Now, that was a Tony La Russa back
What
in
is
the
the
day.
logic behind that? I remember hearing it once, but I don't remember what it was. This one swung and a miss.
It was, if I'm correct, it was Tony La Russa, 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was him. I just can't remember his logic behind
His
it.
logic was so many times you end the inning with your pitcher leading off. Now you're going to have a better hitter leading off the inning. Supposedly, it didn't make sense, but he got big money to make decisions like that. So
throw to first, diving back in head first is Garcia. For a while, LaRusse's rap was he overmanages, especially in the playoffs, but then he managed to win a second World Series and one in each league and kind of put him in the upper echelon.
Put those to rest.
The 0-1. One swung and grounded left side. Slow roller for Silvera, who go the short route to second. And that'll do it. Fielder's choice goes. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a fairly easy inning for Alex Wimmers. Middle of the 6th. Skeeters still trailing 2-0.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Sweet 96 is on the air everywhere. On the radio from our Fort Bend County Tower site located on the Grand Parkway at 96.1 FM or online at sweet96.com. Click the Listen Live link and enjoy our community programming anytime you like from anywhere in the world. Or just tap the app. Download the free TuneIn Radio app for your smartphone and search Sweet 96.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier of Veda Concept Salon in Sugar Land. Locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa, 281-980-5160, 281-980-5160.
We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Skeeters still trailing 2-0. Brett Marshall, the former Skeeter and former big leaguer, out for another inning here. Despite the pitch count getting up there. First pitch to Jansanti is low 1-0. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Anthony Jansanti, Derek Norris, and Juan Silverio. Marshall closing in on 80 pitches. The 1-0. Swung and fouled into the screen in front of me and Kyle. 1 ball and 1 strike. So who's your favorite player growing up?
Ron Santo.
No kidding.
Yeah.
A lot of WGN Cubs games I'm taking.
I think that was way before WGN.
The 1-1. Back when you heard the games on Telegraph?
Yeah, and in Braille, but I was a big Cubs fan. I would watch the back then it was Kurt Gowdy and Tony Kubek, the game of the week.
There you go, yeah.
NBC, and Ron Santo, Don Kessinger, Ernie Banks.
It's quite an infield.
Yeah.
The 1-2 coming here from Marshall, who is now at 80 pitches on the nose. Swung and a miss, strike 3. Just his second strikeout of the night. There's out number 1. 1 out, none on here for Derek Norris.
Pitch into contact. I scouted for a long time before I knew what that meant. When someone says he's pitching to contact, that's
yet he got the strikeout.
Yeah, I know, but
he's trying to make guys hit it instead of trying to make guys miss it.
Yeah, in other words, he's only got 2 strikeouts, so overall he's pitching to contact.
Gotcha.
And it took me a while. I said, what? Finally, I didn't want to act dumb, which I am, but I said, finally, one day I said, what does that mean? He said, well, it means he doesn't get a lot of strikeouts.
This one is a little low, 1-0.
My comment was, why didn't you just say that to begin with?
No, really, you go a long way for something simple.
Exactly.
Marshall back in the groove here, working quickly again. This one swung and off the mid of Edwin Garcia, the usually sure-handed shortstop. I think he kind of over-pursued that a little, jumped a little early off his mid. Be a single for Norris. And now the Skeeters Rabbit hitting the Blue Crabs despite trailing 2-0 here to Southern Maryland in the bottom of the 6th.
And that ball was smoked, Ira.
It was.
Whew.
1 on and 1 out for the Skeeters cleanup hitter, Juan Silverio. Nobody throwing yet down there in the Crab Shack. Well, it looks like a couple of guys stirring around.
I like that, in the Crab Shack.
I've got one for each team.
Do you?
I've yet to figure out one for the Revolution and the Patriots, though. There's just nothing there. Actually, I came up with one for the Revolution, the War Room. The Patriots, I got nothing. No balls and 1 strike to count here. So feel free to
I'm
insert
gonna
your ideas.
go to work on that. It may take me a few days, but I'll try, or a day. I don't have that many left, but I'll try and get there.
You got a doubleheader on Saturday.
Yeah.
There'll be plenty of time there. The 0-1. This one a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes here on Silverio.
I've got one for you.
Go.
A friend of mine's a pro scout with the, I'm not going to name the team, but he's a pro scout. There's a difference. I'm an amateur scout. There's pro scouts.
The 0-2 hit to the right side, through for a base hit. Let's see if Norris stops at second. He will. Throw comes back in, very close at second. Just gets his hand on the bag. Well, first and second, 1 away. That'll bring in Matt Chavez.
You want to go, Derek? What are you thinking? Don't fake like you're going to third. You're not that fast. You're a catcher.
Nope.
But anyway, and he made the comment that these analytical guys in front offices are never wrong because their numbers back up what they're saying.
That's true. It's hard to get fired when you say, well, the numbers were right. At least it just didn't work
My
out.
comment was, if they're never wrong, why aren't they all winning the World Series? If every team's got and there's no answer for that. So they I think the answer is they can spin the numbers
any way they want, like any percentage.
Yeah, exactly.
60% of people know that.
Exactly.
This one swung and a miss. Or my favorite in Anchorman. 60% of the time it works every time. No balls and 1 strike to count here. As Marshall closes in on 90 pitches. First and second. Skeeters every time in this situation have grounded into a double play. Let's see if they can make use of it here. This one misses outside, 2-1. Excuse me, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Craig Sitton warming up in the Skeeters pen. I'll probably see 1 pitcher an inning at this point. The 1-1. Check swing, but he went through there. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Chavez. I think he's mad he swung at that pitch.
Yeah, he was fooled on that one and not happy about it.
This next pitch will be pitch number 90 from Marshall. Now, one thing you cannot discount with Marshall, he's a workhorse. Gives a lot of innings, a lot of starts. 2nd in the league in starts. 9th in innings pitched. And he'll throw a lot of pitches. 90 plus his last 2 starts. And this one goes to the backstop. That might, as they say, be a sign of fatigue. I wonder how Chavez laid off a pitch that close. Yikes. So now a base hit would tie this game up. A sac fly makes it a 1-run game.
Big break for the Skeeters there.
Going to go out on a limb and call that one a wild pitch.
Ooh, I don't know.
I know it could go either way.
Yeah.
It's like a borderline pitch on the outside corner.
Exactly.
But I'm going to risk it. That's the kind of risk taker I am.
Yes, you are. You're a riverboat gambler.
You go without the boat. The 2-2. Misses outside, 3-2. Now Marshall doesn't have to give in to Chavez now. He could load the bases. Only question, if he does, will he stay in this ball game? Now at 91 pitches. Marshall, while he was with the Skeeters, had 2 100-pitch games, and with the Blue Crabs, he had 4 in a row. Got over the century mark 6 times total this season. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. His masterpiece this year was really against the Road Warriors. 7 innings, no runs, 3 hits. Payoff pitch to Chavez, swung and a miss, strike 3. Great slider there by Marshall, and that is a huge second out. So he had just 1 strikeout through the first 5, gets 2 strikeouts here in the 6th. 3rd overall. Now he has a chance to get out of this unscathed if he can get past his former catcher.
That's one that'll give coaches fits. you just want him to put it in play. Ground ball is going to get a run in. Fly ball is going to get a run in. And not only did he swing and miss, it was a ball that was in the dirt, low and away. Would have been ball 4.
Well, the only other guy he struck at was Cordero for his 3rd K, or first of the 3. He has struck out and grounded back to Marshall last time up. Switch hitter batting here from the left side against the right-hander and former big leaguer Brett Marshall. First pitch is high, 1-0. Now it's pick your poison. Either you deal with the switch hitter or the power hitting Phipps on deck. What would you go for if you're Marshall? Maybe the old unconventional, conventional.
I'm going to come right at this guy.
Yeah. The 1-0. He does, and this one chopped foul.
I don't want to put the winner run on base, by nibbling, pitching around him.
But if you give in too much and he gets a hit, this game's tied, and then you're kicking yourself.
As you said, pick your poison.
His next pitch will be pitch number 95 by Brett. So this is certainly his last inning and probably his last batter if he doesn't get him out. The 1-1, check swing, high, 2-1. Skeeters now out hitting the Blue Crabs 7-5. Still trailing 2-0.
That's a bad omen.
Told you the rule of 3. It's about to happen here.
There you go.
The 2-1. This one off the fist, foul into the screen, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Big pitch here for Marshall. See if Cordero can get a base hit and tie this one up. Marshall, a long look in here. Take a look at Norris at third. They set up inside. This one swung and fouled off. He certainly missed the target there. Catcher wanted it inside. He threw it high and away. Count remains 2-2. Cordero in these situations with runners in scoring position and 2 down, hitting an impressive .326. He gained 43 at-bats with a home run and 17 ribbies. Again, the 2-2. Swung and a missed, strike 3. Marshall strikes out the side and gets out of a 2nd and 1-out jam. 4th strikeout in all, and that'll do it here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Skeeters continue to leave men on base. 2/3 of the way through, ended the 6th inning. Skeeters still trailing 2-0.
Kids 12 and under get in free for every Wednesday home game this season at Constellation Field. Tickets are only available by calling the Skeeters box office at 281-240-4487 or 240-HITS, or visit the TDECU box office at the ballpark or online 24 hours a day at sugarlandskeeters.com. Gates open an hour before scheduled game times. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.com.
This is Skeeters broadcaster Will Scott. Sugarland unites. Get your postseason tickets now by calling the TDECU ticket office at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Or you can go to sugarlandskeeters.com. And be sure to join the voice of the Skeeters, Ira Liebman, for every playoff game on Sweet 96.1 FM. The new home of the Sugarland Skeeters is your Skeeters look to take home their 2nd title in franchise history. Go Skeeters!
Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time. Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter! We move to the top of the 7th. New pitcher on the mound is Craig Sitton. Sitton, the 30-year-old southpaw, 6'5", 190 from Oregon. Last year pitched at AAA at Sacramento. His highest level of achievement, 9 years as a pro. He will face the meat of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Devin Rodriguez, Frank Martinez, and Angeles Nina. Lefty-lefty matchup to start. First pitch, a strike, no balls, and 1 strike to count. We'll give you the line on Sitton, Kyle. Sitton's story is a fastball 89 to 91, a changeup, a curve, and a slider. The 1. Swung and hit into right field. Phipps is there. And a little leap. Hauls it in for out number 1. Take a look at the numbers on Sitton. He's had a very good year. 3-0 with a 3.52 ERA. This is his 45th appearance. He has made 4 starts, 58 2/3. He has struck out 37, walked just 11, so better than a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Allowed 62 hits. Last time out against New Britain on this homestand August 25th. In the Skeeters 2-1 win. He went 2 innings, no runs, no hits, no walks, and 1 K. This one right back to Sitton. He snares it, underhands it to first, and quickly 2 outs here by Sitton. Sitton has also thrown 8 scoreless appearances in his last 9. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here. 2 outs, none on for Angeles Nina. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Blue Crabs. No runs on 7 for your Skeeters. Blue Crabs have committed 1 error. The Skeeters none. First pitch is a little off the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Sitton was a teammate of Skeeters Daniel Robertson while at Oregon State. Go Beavers. The 1-0. 1 a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Who is your college football team?
What's that?
Who's your college football team?
You know, I'm neutral.
Neutral.
I went to TCU. I went to TCU. I kind of pull for them.
Okay. Horned Frogs. Go Horned Frogs.
Family are Aggies. Pull for them. My son's at OU. Pull for them. So I'm a little bit of a hodgepodge.
I'll agree with the hodgepodge pot. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Like a mutt. You're a college football mutt.
I'm a mutt. Again, I'm being labeled things I've never thought I'd be labeled here in this booth.
Some good, some bad.
Exactly.
This one swung and a missed, strike 3, and that'll do it a 1-2-3 inning for Sitton. 7th inning stretch time. Get your peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I do not care if you never come back. Skeeters trailing 2-0.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
3 strikes, you're out.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable shooting range in our area. G2G is family, female, and male friendly. They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know you know what to do to defend yourself and your family. 832-595-8415 to find out more, or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
Let me hear ya! Going loud! A1, A2, A3. Take me out to the lobby. Take me out to the crowd. Find something
Skeeters trailing 2-0 here. Bottom of the order here in the bottom of the 7th. I hope you're all stretched out. No, Kyle stretched out. You should have seen the stretching he was doing. I've never seen a scout so limber in my life.
Well, you gotta cover all their bases.
7, 8, and 9 here in the bottom of the 7th. Dennis Phipps, Daniel Robertson, Javier Betancourt. New pitcher on the hill is Paul Clemens. Get to Clemens' numbers here in just a second. First the 0-1 coming here to Phipps. A wind and deal, and this one outside. Let's take a closer look at Clemens. Number 16 is 6'3", 215 from Columbia, South Carolina. Last played at Double-A with the Chattanooga. Former big leaguer. You may remember his name from the Astros. The 1-1 is low and away, 2-1. Well, he's having a tough year. He's 2-8 with a 6.08 ERA in 21 games, 12 starts, 68 innings, 79 Ks, 35 walks, 74 hits allowed. After 3 straight scoreless appearances, allowed a run in 1 inning on 1 hit, no walks, 2 Ks, and a 8-2 loss to York on August 25th. Get you Marshall's final line here. First, the 2-2 here by the right-hander. We'll get to it now as Phipps asks for timeout. Marshall in his first start at home against the Skeeters since returning. Throws 98 pitches, 62 for strikes. There is strike 3 on the outside corner. Phipps knew it. He goes 6 innings, 7 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Pitched to Jem. Yet he is only leading 2-0. 1 out, none on here for Daniel Robertson. Robertson's hit into a double play and had an infield single. Clemens went to Lewisburg College in North Carolina. This one in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. 1 ball and no strikes to count. He was drafted twice. First by the Giants in the 36th round in 2007, and then by the Braves in the 7th round in 2008. The 1-0 here from the right-hander. He will kick and deal, and the 1-0 is second time tonight we've seen the ball get past the catcher. Well, he spent time in the big leagues, as I mentioned, with the Astros in 2013 and 2014, and then again in 2016 with the Marlins and the Padres. Career big league record of 8-13 with a 4.89 ERA and a minor league record of 51-44 with a 4.45 ERA and 11 saves. There's a strike on the inside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Really had a great junior year at Lewisburg College, went 7-1 with a 2.38 ERA. Got drafted that year, as I mentioned, the year after when he went pro. Last year of the Chattanooga Lookouts at Double-A, 3-0 with a 2.87 ERA and a pair of saves. This one misses just off the outside corner. 3-1 to count.
So far, all fastballs in the 92 to 94 range.
No kidding. That's not bad. Guess he's more suited for a reliever. This one hit high in the air but playable to left field. In comes Ryan Strausberger. And he'll bring it in for out number 2. 4 in a row now retired by Southern Maryland Blue Crabs pitching. 2 outs, none on. In steps the Skeeters number 9 hitter Javier Betancourt, who is flyer to right and single. Betancourt came in hitting .217, no home runs and 15 RBIs. So in steps Betancourt with the Skeeters trailing 2-0. Skeeters are out hitting the Blue Crabs 7-5. This one is a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes here from Clemens. Clemens' father, Michael, was a special agent in the FBI. I'm sure he knows some inside secrets. The 1-1 here from the former big league right-hander. This one misses just off the outside corner, 2-1. Clemens was a pretty hard thrower in his prime. This one misses 3-1. Had a fastball that ranged from 90 to 97. A curveball, cutter / slider, and a changeup.
Well, I got a fastball at 95, but he has not thrown anything but fastballs.
The 3-1. This one is, wow, off the outside corner. I don't know where that pitch was. Oh, ball 4, the third walk of the game for Blue Crabs pitching. 2 outs, 1 on. Back to the top of it, Barrett Barnes. So Skeeters just need the blast part of the bloop and blast, or walk and blast. They never talk about a walk and blast. On July 31st, the day before the trading deadline, the Astros sent Michael Bourne to the Braves, acquiring Jordan Schaefer and 3 minor leaguers. Brett Oberholzer and Clemens, as well as Juan Abreu. This one misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. This one a strike. Same pitch that was missed on previous 2 pitches. 1 ball and 1 strike. A lot of people thought coming up, rumor had it he was one of the Clemens boys, but he is not.
Spells it the same way though, right?
Yes, he does. The 1-1. I guess he is a Clemens boy, but not the Roger Clemens clan.
That's right. Technically, he is a Clemens boy.
While in high school, he broke Javier Lopez's single-game strikeout record by striking out 16 against a Myrtle Beach high school team. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Skeeters down 2-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Down to their final 7 outs. Clemens does not look comfortable out there. "18 pitches, only 8 for strikes, 10 for balls. They set up low and away, and the 1-2 way inside. Remember, Barnes leads the league in hit by pitches with 16, so don't throw it too close. Which always reminds me when the Dream Team, the '84 Olympic team with Bird and Magic, they're all posing for the pitcher, and Bird and Magic kind of move. They were on top of Jordan in this picture, and Magic says, "Don't get too close to Michael. They might call a foul."
That's funny.
This one way outside. Run the count full 3-2, so Betancourt will be off and moving here.
And still no breaking balls.
20 pitches, only 8 for strikes. I think former big leaguers come here in the Atlantic League and think, I was in the big leagues, I can just throw fastballs.
Probably do.
I mean, Clemens has been in this league a little bit. Payoff pitch. There goes Betancourt. Fouled straight back. Healthy hack by Barnes. Betancourt will have to come back here. Fans coming alive here at Constellation Field. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Betancourt at first. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the 7th. Again, the payoff pitch. This one swung and missed, strike 3. So I guess all fastballs work sometimes. Can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all there. Through 7 innings of play, it is still the Blue Crabs in front. 2-0 has been the score since the 2nd. Back here right after this.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in New Territory right behind the Randalls. Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Saturdays at 4 p.m., it's the Top 40 Block Party on Sweet 96, sponsored in part by your plumber for life, Steinmetz Plumbing in Richmond. They're called your plumber for life because once you've used Steinmetz, you'll never use anyone else. They are fast, efficient repipe specialists. And for any plumbing emergency, it's Steinmetz. For quality of work, fair pricing, and a wonderful customer service experience, it's Steinmetz Plumbing, yourplumberforlife.com, or 281-620-9200.
Craig Sitton will be back out for his second inning of work. He had a great 7th, the 1-2-3 inning, a flyout, ground out, and strikeout, and it was so quick I didn't get a chance to say that he has ditched the beard for mutton chops. Not like he was pitching badly and needed a change. He's been pitching great. Maybe he just needed a change.
Maybe a superstitious move on his part.
But how could it be superstitious if he was already pitching well?
Oh, I didn't hear that part. He was pitching well. Yeah, why would you change it up? That's
8 of last 9 appearances have been scoreless. Regardless, bottom of the order here in the top of the 8th. Corey Vaughn is the difference in this game with a 2-run homer. It's 2-0 Blue Crabs here in the 8th. First pitch swung and missed, 0-1. Corey Vaughn, Craig Maddox, and Jose Gonzalez. The home run was his 16th of the year. He was 1 for 2, grounded at the short last time out. The 0-1, swung and missed, 0-2. Vaughn came in at 231, now 16 home runs and 39 ribbies. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Blue Crabs, no runs on 7 for your Skeeters. The 0-2, and down low, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
And our crack research staff just found out that mutton chop is from a cut of meat from a lamb.
Ah, see, I know 1 and 2 things. We talked about it between innings. Because it looks just like that. You know, if you don't know what mutton is, just picture a pork chop, the shape of that. It's the same kind of shape as the mutton chops. This one right down the middle for strike 3. Corey Vaughn looking back and talking to the umpire, but that was a fastball right down the middle. I don't know what he is arguing about. 4 straight retired by Sitton. He's got nothing on the mutton.
Good one, Ira. Nothing on the mutton.
A 1 out, none on here for Craig Maddox. So it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup. Left-hand hitting first baseman. Struck out and grounded out, 232, a home run and 18 RBIs. What's the most bizarre hairstyle or facial hair that you've sported over the years?
I'm very conservative. Never
a goatee.
Doing just what I got right now. But never any kind of outlandish hairdo. Or I did shave my head one time.
All right, I'll give you that.
It was in.
Was that on a bet?
No, it was my wife had breast cancer and,
oh, wow.
and a show of love and support, and she got so mad at me.
Why? She likes your hair?
It's a long story, and I was yelled at, screamed at, cursed at, and I wore it up one side and down the other because I thought it was a show of support, an act of love, and my wife didn't agree with me.
Wow.
And they're always right.
Yeah, let's go with that. If your wife's listening, sure.
Well, there's no chance she's listening.
The 0-2, no and away, 1 and 2. One gets away from Norris.
Yeah. That's
you know, women always say, you know, the art of being a woman is to be right and make a man think he's right. But isn't the art of being a man letting a woman think she's right?
Oh, absolutely. And the other theory is that a couple of my buddies out, they're not team players. Never have been, never will be.
Wow, you're really, no wonder you're in the doghouse. This one is swung on and missed. Strike three, 3 straight strikeouts for Mr. Mutton Chop. Oh, 2 outs, none on. That's also 5 in a row retired by Sitton. Wow, it's all the pieces are coming together, Kyle. They really are.
I may be giving you a little too much information.
You may want to expand that doghouse into a more livable place because you might be there for a while.
Should I go upstairs, downstairs, you think?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Okay. Jacuzzi.
That way, if she ever tries to throw you out of the doghouse, maybe you have a hidden room there downstairs.
Exactly.
Maybe even a basement.
Yeah.
First pitch by Sitton is low 1-0. Gonzalez has flied out to right and fouled out to third. 0-2 on the evening. Skeeters are trailing 2-0 here in the top half of the 8th. Only have 6 more outs to work with. Skeeters seem to win them all lately, though. 1 ball and no strikes to count to the catcher. This one is just a little high. 2-0. Wow, looks pretty good.
Wow. But he almost looks like it's one of those glass, the plastic noses with the glasses and the mustache. It almost looks like it's fake.
It does look fake.
It looks fake.
But it's all real, I assure you. Imagine if a guy actually put fake mutton chops on and went out to the mound. What would be the point? 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Two outs, none on. Skeeters have 7 hits on the night, but they are being blanked so far. They're down 2-0. Skeeters are the ones that have been shutting teams out all year. 13 shutouts. So on chop towards third. Silvera again leaves it for Rondon. Deep in the hole. Throw to first. Nice stretch by Chavez. And that'll do it. 6-3 on the putout. But a star next to that one. Another great play by Rondon. 2 straight 1-2-3 innings. I say leave the mutton chops on. 6 in a row retired. As he's sitting them down. Bottom of the 8th. Skeeters running out of time. See if they can start their comeback when we come back.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring-free trampoline.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
And their pitcher on the mound for the Blue Crabs is Ryan Chafee. We saw Chafee just last night in the Skeeters 4-3 win. He went 1 inning. Allowed 2 runs, but none of them earned on 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He'll pitch to 2, 3, and 4 here Anthony Jansanti, Derek Norris, Juan Silverio. The Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the 8th. This one is hit high in the air. Going back is Vaughn. He has a beat on it in front of the warning track. Brings it in for out number 1. I mentioned the Skeeters have 13 shutouts. They've only been shut out 5 times. Derek Norris will step in. He has popped out, hit into a double play, and has one of the Skeeters' 7 hits. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Blue Crabs. No runs on 7 hits for the Skeeters. Chafee 2-2 overall, a .452 ERA. This is his 60th appearance, all in relief. He has 3 saves and 57 2/3, 49 strikeouts, but a very high 33 walks and 44 hits allowed. That is 77 base runners at 57 2/3. This one fouled off to the right side. No balls and 1 strike. Do you prescribe to whip? Well, maybe by your wife, but
easy now.
I meant doghouse, whipping a bad dog.
Yeah, there's no question.
You can go the other route if you like.
No, I'm always in the doghouse, so why change? But I'm not a big whip guy.
No? I always thought it was one tool that was fairly effective.
Yeah, I mean, I see some value in it. I'm the old school batting average, RBIs, strikeouts, ERA.
You can't knock down. Yeah. That's important, I think. You can tell a lot. I mean, to me, especially in a reliever comes into the game. I remember the Rangers reliever a few years ago. The guy was throwing 97, 98.
The Hawaiian kid?
No. It's eluding.
Bush? Nick Bush?
No. Dominican guy.
Drawing a blank.
Yeah, it'll come to me. Anyway, I'd never seen him before. Didn't know who he was. This is when he was first starting. But I saw his numbers, and he had something like 8 innings. He had struck out 14. He had 2 walks, just a few hits in there. And I said, I guarantee this guy throws, 98. First pitch, 97. So you can tell a lot by the pitching numbers. This one on the inside corner, strike 3, and the Skeeters down to the final 4 outs, trailing 2-0. And we see high strikeouts, low walks, and a few amount of hits. The guy has a pretty dominant fastball, has good control. First strikeout by Chafee. That'll bring in cleanup hitter Juan Silverio. His fly out to right was hit by a pitch and singled, so he's been on base twice.
In the first 5 innings, we had 1 strikeout. The last 2 innings, including this one, there's been 7.
Maybe they're getting tired. Cody Epley, the former New York Yankee, is really the closer on this team. We'll probably see him in the 9th if the Blue Crabs still have the lead. So on a bullet off the mound into center field for a base hit. Now, first the bloop, now the blast. Chavez with 11 home runs. 326, 11 home runs, 65 RBIs. He's 1 for 3. He has singled flat to center and struck out. Let's see if he can keep it going here. He's trailing 2-0. We have some more late inning dramatics.
About 3 runs and 3 outs, and we all go to the house.
Your house? Or the doghouse?
No. It's the doghouse. Have plenty of room in there.
So you got beer in the doghouse?
Oh,
at
absolutely.
Least? All right. That's one fouled in the screen. Well, what kind of beer?
For medicinal purposes, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Medicinal is 1 or 2, but I'm sure a 6-pack isn't quite medicinal anymore.
It just depends on how much you're aching.
Or how much you're being nagged.
That's right. Or how many nights you've been in the doghouse.
I think those go hand in hand.
Yeah, sure they do.
The nag to noise ratio. The 0-1. So on a bullet down the left side, but quickly hooks foul. The fan almost made a nice one-handed catch down there.
I'm wondering how bad he really wanted to catch that. Because it might have tore his hand off.
You think that was for medicinal purposes?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
No balls and 2 strikes here to Chavez. Skeeter trailing 2-0. He's been this score since the 2nd. The Corey Vaughn 2-run homer. The 0-2. Swung and a missed strike 3. The catcher, Gonzalez, will tag Chavez. That's the 2nd straight time he away. And that'll do it. 2 strikeouts in an inning for Chafee. And the Skeeters are done. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Top of the 9th. When we get back, it is still 2-0 Blue Crabs.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable shooting range in our area. G2G is family, female, and male friendly. They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know you know what to do to defend yourself and your family. 832-595-8415 to find out more, or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
So Craig Sitton departs after 6 up and 6 down. He will give way to Mark Haynes, the Punisher, will come in here. Haynes, 31 years old. Been part of the Skeeters for a few years now, coming back after last year. Number 25 is 6'2", originally from Kansas City, Missouri, but a Sugar Land native. 9 years as a pro, began the season in the American Association with the Wichita Wingnuts. Once swung and fouled back. Tell me what you have Haynes down as. 'Cause I got nothing.
First pitch 90.
Not bad.
I'll give you a range here in a minute.
Skeeters trailing 2-0. Strasburger, he is 1 for 3. He has singled and grounded out twice. That's one a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes to count.
That was either a slider or a changeup. I couldn't really tell.
I can dig into my past here. Get you what I
Oh,
have.
wait, don't dig too far
Yeah,
now.
not quite that past. Not my past.
Okay.
The past. This one is high, 1 and 2. For Haynes, I don't have his velocity, but a fastball slider splitter. The 1-2 by the righty. Swung and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout Punisher, and there is out number 1. That is now 8 in a row retired by Skeeters pitching. A 1 out and none on. Edwin Garcia will step in. Take a look around the Atlantic League scoreboard, as all the other games are final on the East Coast. Actually, let's go over the Punisher's numbers here first. He's been great since rejoining the Skeeters. 1-0 with a 1.22 ERA. 16th appearance tonight. 14 2/3. He has struck out 15, walked 6, and allowed 7 hits. Haynes' last time out gave the Skeeters 2-1 win against New Britain on August 25th. One scoreless frame, no walks, no hits, and one strikeout. Back to Haynes. 7 of his last 8 appearances have been scoreless. Now the Barnstormers come back and beat the Ducks 9-8 as this one is hit in the air to right center field. Jan Sandy tracking it, and he'll bring it in for the second out. Quickly 2 down. Down 9 in a row retired by Skeeters pitching. York shuts out the Bees 3-0. And the Patriots shut out the Road Warriors 2-0. Skeeters being shut out 2-0 here as well by the Blue Crabs. They have just 3 outs left. Looking ahead to the ninth, it is 6, 7, and 8 for the Skeeters in the bottom of the ninth. Cordero, Phipps, and Robertson. Skeeters looking for the third straight 1-2-3 inning. Teodoro Martinez steps in. He is lined to center, grounded to short, and hit into a fielder's choice. They will set up inside. And the first pitch is outside, 1-0. All right, my rule of 3, here it is. If the Skeeters come back and win this in the bottom of the ninth, you can't doubt my theory.
No. Well, I'd never doubt you anyway. Why should I? How could I?
You'd be the first. A 1-0 count here from Haynes. Again, they'll set up inside. And the 1-0 from Mark is low and away. Again, Norris wanted to pitch inside, and that one goes away. 2-0. He'll go back to the back part of the mound and get a little rosin.
I forgot Mark was from Houston, isn't he?
He's actually a Sugar Land native. Yep.
Yeah. Do we know what?
Technically born in Kansas City, but that was age 2. He moved here. So grew up his whole life here. Went to Rice. Played with Anthony Rendon.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Austin High School here in Sugar Land. It's kind of interesting. I mentioned born in Kansas City, got to pitch for the Kansas City T-Bones, and got to play here. Grew up in Sugar Land and got to play here for the Skeeters. A couple of Sugar Landians on this team, Barnes and Haynes. Ground ball to short. Rondon has it. A throw to first in the dirt. Nice scoop by Chavez. 10 in a row retired by Skeeters pitching, but last chance when we get back. Skeeters being shut out 2-0. We'll see if they can come back when we come back for the bottom of the ninth.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, SWATs and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Oh, in comes the Blue Crabs closer as expected. Cody Epley, the former big leaguer. He's got 13 saves on this season. He is the 4th pitch of the night here for Southern Maryland. Well, the 32-year-old Epley, number 40, 6'5", 215, from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Spent last year and last couple of years with the Blue Crabs. Mentioned a former big leaguer. Get to his numbers here. Epley, this season, no record, a 1.45 ERA, 32nd appearance, 13 saves and 31 innings pitched. First pitch, a ground ball to second. Nina has it, throw to first, 1 pitch and 1 out. In those 31 innings, he has struck out 23, walked 9, and has allowed 26 hits. He was an Atlantic League All-Star last year for the Blue Crabs, as he was in both 2016 and 2015 as well. He has been with the Blue Crabs since 2015. First appearance in the Atlantic League was in 2014 with the Barnstormers. Had a great year, 4-0 with a 1.58 ERA. Well, interesting note on Epley. Epley was in the big leagues, as I mentioned, and also spent some time with the Rangers. And is a guy who was in danger of being released in 2008. His results were not really good. He wasn't really performing at a traditional throwing motion, so minor league pitching coach Danny Clark suggested Epley throw sidearm in his delivery. The result was one of the most remarkable turnarounds in the system. He also received help from Rangers pitching coach Mike Maddox and Darren O'Day. This one hit down the right field line. That one hooks foul. O'Day was fun to watch pitch, especially when he came in. And he used to have that Olay song for him. They used to scream, O'Day, 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 O'Day. Why he ditched that song is still mind-boggling to me. That was a great intro. Usually, as a closer, you got a great song, but not as a kind of a sidearm reliever.
Right.
Epley was an all-star twice before. Mentioned in 2017, also in the Arizona League in 2008. Ground ball to short. Charging it is Garcia. The short-handed shortstop makes it 2 outs, and the Skeeters are 1 out away from losing 2-0 here. Well, he did get to the big leagues that season with the Rangers in 2011. Spent time with the Yankees in 2012 and 2013. Been in independent baseball ever since. 2-3 in his big league career, 4.61 ERA and 71 appearances in the minors over 7 seasons, 18-12, a 3.49 ERA, and an impressive 63 saves. Skeeters down to the final out. But again, a bloop and a blast, and suddenly you're back in it. First pitch here to Robertson is low and away, 1-0. Robertson is hit into a double play at an infield single, and he flatted to left last time up. He is 1 for 3.
If you remember last night, there was 2 outs, nobody on, and when
that's right,
Maryland started their rally, so
that's
we
good.
may do it here tonight.
Nice one, the sidearm motion I mentioned. A little bit low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Just the 6th pitch by Epley. He got the first 2 outs on 5 pitches. The 2-0 by the right-hander, swung and grounded to third. This might do it. Charging it is Martinez. The throw to first is in time, and that's the game. 3 up, 3 down inning for Epley as he picks up the save. Former Skeeter Brett Marshall will get the win, and that will do it as the Skeeters are shut out for just the 6th time this season. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll have the final numbers. We'll have our player of the game, and we will preview tomorrow's Game 1 matchup against the Lancaster Barnstormers. All that and more when we return on the Skeeters post-game show in a moment.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, SWATs and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Welcome to the Skeeters postgame show. The disappointed Ira Lieben as the Skeeters lose by a score of 2-0. Final numbers look like this: 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Blue Crabs. No runs on 8 hits and no errors for the Skeeters. The winning pitcher is former Skeeter Brett Marshall. Improves to 5-8. Cody Epley gets his 14th save of the year. A combo of former big league Yankees, both the start and the finish. Beeler drops to 7-2. Time of the game, 2 hours and 40 minutes in front of 5,469 fans here at Constellation Field. Let's go over the highlights, because there was only one in the second inning. It was the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs' Devin Rodriguez single, but then Frank Martinez forced him out on with a fielder's choice after Angeles Nunez struck out. Corey Vaughn hit a 2-run homer, and that was it the rest of the way as the Skeeters dropped this one by a score of 2-0. Really great pitching. Marshall went the first 6 innings of shutout baseball by the former Skeeter. That was correct, 6 innings. Then it was former Astro Paul Clemens in the 7th, Ryan Chafee in the 8th, and then former big leaguer and closer Cody Epley to finish it up. Well, the Skeeters, with the loss, dropped to 73 and 37. They are now 32 and 15 in the second half. The Blue Crabs improved to 43 and 66. They are now 17 and 29 overall. Well, tomorrow in game 1 of a 4-game series in 3 days includes a doubleheader on Saturday. It'll be Skeeters right-hander Yasutomo Kubo, who's 3-1 with a 3.64 ERA, against right-hander Joe Gardner, who is 5-9 with a 5.27 ERA. We are going to take a break. We'll come back and have our player of the game with Ryan Postner. Nope, he is signaling me that he is available right now, so no need for the break. We're going to head down to Ryan. Ryan.
Thanks, Ira. Standing by with familiar face, Brett Marshall, 6 scoreless innings tonight to pick up the win. Brett, I know a lot of emotions, having played here for such a long time. What was it like kind of getting on the mound as an opposing player for the first time?
It's different. Different being in the other dugout. But, at the same time, it's fun. All these guys are my friends. I've played with them for a couple of years now, and it was a blast, man. You almost kind of have fun with it. Smile, don't try to take it so serious, but at the same time, we try to get the team a win.
Absolutely. I mean, you can tell the emotions were out there, too, especially those last couple innings. We worked yourself out of some jams. But are you one of those guys where he kind of helps you when you're pitching with that kind of emotion?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my emotions were high. I mean, I feel like they were definitely higher coming in the game because you almost want to prove something, I mean, especially not being here. But other than that, I just try to be myself, make good pitches, and I was able to, out of those jams, I was able to make really good pitches and get ground ball double play and keep rolling.
Yeah, I mean, how these last couple months been, changing faces, going to a different team? I mean, what's the adjustment been like for you?
It's honestly been really smooth. This team is awesome. Granted, we haven't been winning as many games, but it's been fun. The team's taken me in, and honestly, I couldn't ask for better guys. We're all trying to do one thing, is win ball games, and at the same time, it's fun.
And not too bad to have your family around here for I'm sure one of your better starts of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome having family and friends here.
Absolutely. Well, that was Blue Crabs right-hander Brett Marshall, 6 scoreless. Blue Crabs win 2-0. Back to you, all right?
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Congratulations to Brett Marshall. He was always a great guy when he was here. Well, the Skeeters will play that 7:05 game tomorrow. Then on Saturday, a double dip starting at 5 p.m. and then, of course, Sunday's finale. And now Ryan Posner would join me back here in the booth. And you guys just tip your cap to Brett Marshall. I probably had a little extra motivation against his former team after he was hit hard on the road by the Skeeters when his first start against his former team. This was his first start here at Constellation Field against his former team. But he was teetering back and forth. You know, Marshall walks a few guys here and there. And, you know, he walked 2 tonight, settled down, and pitched a pretty good ball game.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of serendipitous. You obviously want a Skeeters win, but seeing him pitch like that with his family here, and like you said, just a great guy. You almost you're rooting for him a little bit. I mean, he worked himself out of so many jams. It seemed like he just made the perfect pitch when he needed to all night. And the walks were down. You know, that's kind of been the thing that's been him. And the walks were definitely down. Made the Skeeters put the ball in play. And I mean, they had 8 hits on the night, so they out hit the Blue Crabs. But you know, like I said, he was just seemed to make that right pitch at the right time.
Yeah, the one thing he did well was getting the Skeeters to ground into 3 double plays when he needed to get out of a jam. That really shot the Skeeters in the foot tonight.
Yeah, I was looking the first 6 innings. The Skeeters had a guy in scoring position 5 times. So I mean, it wasn't like there weren't opportunities for the Skeeters to push across a run. I mean, and thinking about this is only the 4th time they've been shut out all year. It's not an easy team to shut out. So I mean, that goes to say, and I mean, like I said, obviously Marshall knows a little bit about these hitters, you know, especially guys like Cordero. There was a lot of good battles with him and Coco tonight, like 10 pitch at bats, and like I said, it's you're kind of wondering like where do you fall on this, because you want to see him do well, and obviously you want to see Skeeters win. So it was a great night all around, great baseball game, nice, quickly played, no errors. I mean, it was a good game.
As I always used to say to Logan Williamson, who are new from San Angelo, when he pitches for York against the Skeeters, I always say, hey, hope you pitch well, get a no decision, and the Skeeters get a win. So it's kind of the same thing here with Marshall. I got to know him a little bit better. Well, Skeeters, we've talked about the shutouts, 13 in all, so I guess it's fitting that one goes the other way for once.
Yeah, and I mean, they've been playing such good baseball, but it's not like we went over in the pregame show. It's not like they've been hitting the moon. You know, they've been squad scoring teams just enough to win games. So not surprising to see that this happen. But you know, you got a big series against Lancaster. Obviously, we'll go over tomorrow, but this is looking like it's going to be your first round playoff matchup, barring some funkiness happening in the Liberty division. But hopefully, you know, you see the bats come alive a little bit starting tomorrow.
Well, I think it's a much bigger series for the Barnstormers. The Skeeters don't have a ton invested in this. I mean, they're already 7 games up on Lancaster. Even if you get swept, it's not panic time.
Yeah.
You're still 3 games up, you know, with not a lot of games to go. But the Barnstormers, they're going to be in some trouble down the stretch. This is one of 6 doubleheaders they have coming up. So they're going to be a little short on pitching here soon.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the things I guess you can look at it as a positive too is that you're going to get the 4 games, so you're going to see 4 different starters from the Barnstormers. So you're going to kind of see their cavalry, which you might get in a playoff series. You're going to get that extra starter. You know, maybe it's Brooks Hall, Nate Reed, Joe Gardner. We'll see who Albaldejo. Actually, we're not going to see him in this series, but they've seen him a couple times this year. But I think this is a series where you've really got to kind of hone in on your scouting reports, kind of what pitchers are going to go with early in counts, late in counts, and all that kind of stuff.
And of course, slowing down that running game. I believe they're over 200 steals as a team now.
You only wish to contain it.
Well, that's going to do it for us here, as the Skeeters lose by a score of 2-0. A big thank you to Ryan Posner and Kyle Van Hook. This is Ira Liebman saying enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow night.